I'm just gonna start. Whatever, none of that starting music. I guess I can talk shit for a minute. Look at all these. Look at this display I just had to edit because we got so many 5 stars last time. Literally 5 stars by the 3rd Singularity. And we only spent money on worthless Ishtar up there. That's not true. We'll love Ishtar later. I swear we can love Ishtar if we force ourselves to. And then there's that guy up there. I don't know what he is. Chinese caster of some sorts, but most importantly we got Arturia. Arturia's here. Now, if you missed the last stream, which would be unfortunate, it was absolutely amazing. Like, you don't even know. My roll wasn't good. It upset me. We only had 90 Saints Quartz after all. So, I played a Sonic song, and then here came Ruler Arturia. And then, I played another Sonic song, and then here comes Skady. I didn't ask for Skady. I didn't want Skady. I don't even understand the utility of her. Why you all love her so much. I guess I'll find out, because I have her now. Then came the other one. And don't forget Jay Kaiser's here too. It's very important. Never forget that he's here. He's as good as a 5-star serpent in a gacha. But why I'm reminding of what happened last stream, I think it's very important to get this out of the way. As I've stated, I have a personal game on my cell phone that I've been playing for years. And I did and as we all know, I've spoken about this, Jolter. Jolter came up on the banner. Now, I'm not even gonna try for her in this game. Why bother? But here's the thing. I have Jolter. I got her. It took 90 Saints Quartz for her as well. I had a few bad rolls, and I was like, this is garbage. I have to go out and do something anyways. I was gonna go outside, go to a little local festival, whatnot. I told my friend, hey, I need you to do me a favor. On your phone, play I Am All of Me from Shadow the Hedgehog. And he did. Guess what the very second poll was? Oh, was it Jolter? Yeah, as I said, yeah, I did get Ulterior Ruler, and right now I'm talking about how I got Jolter on my personal game, because all you have to do is play a Sonic song, and then whatever you want is gonna show up. It's true. Verifiably. 3 out of 3. There's been no attempts without a Sonic song with no 5-star. 3 out of 3 statistic. So I need other people to play the gacha with a Sonic song going. That's basically my PSA here. Alright. I just want to get right into it. I want to get out of Okinawas. No one likes Okinawas. If the game wants to load anytime this... Aw, dude, people be using my assassin even though she's level 50. Thank you guys for the pity points. My user ID is there in the corner if anybody wants to add me. Unless you're Andrew, who I let his Tomoa die. I was not very responsible with it, I admit. It's quite sad. All these gifts, will open that when we're done with the Singularity, hopefully. Go to my room very quick. Material Servant. Can you even organize these? Is it, yeah, rarity. Who do we got that's the rarest? Not this trash. Unsummoned, unsummoned. Yeah, that would be rare. Yep, there it is. Him? I don't know who that is, or what he does, or what his job is. Maybe I should look. Maybe I should educate myself. Okay, that's not bad. He's only got a writing skill, though. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, that's him. We also got her, Ruler Alturia. Skatey, who no one asked for, but she's here and that's awesome. Did I level her to level 90? I don't think I did. Why is she level 90? I did not level her up. Or did I? I don't think I did. Why would I? I'm not using her right now. She's not prepared for the beach. I mean, there's that max ascension thing, but I wouldn't waste it right now. Or is that just her level cap? No way. She is not level 90. Oh yeah, and then there's Rinto Saka. Ishtar. I got her in the guaranteed 5-star summon, and as I stated before I rolled, she was the last person I wanted. But she's here. I paid $12 for her. Hi everybody, it's Ishtar. Weaker ass unlimited blade works, whatever. I'm kidding, once again, I just don't use her. And then here was our first 5-star. She's still here. Yes, we are very lucky. Alright, time to go back to this Okinawos, as they call it. Last we left off, I'm pretty sure that, you know, Francis Drake just couldn't keep the liquor to herself. Like, all we wanted to do was have a fun beach vacation. And over again, drama, drama, drama. Like, it would not stop. And I'm tired of it. I hope we get to hang out at the beach today. Alright. Oh yeah, and we watched a waifu tier list. I got Jolter on my personal account. I was so lucky with that I'm afraid to do it here. Because I probably won't get her, and then I'll be sad. I can't get 2 Jolters. Have I seen Higurashi? No, but that's Kagome's last name from Inuyasha. I don't watch many anime. I'll watch like 1 anime every 3 years. I said I'm still watching all the Fate. Anyway, we're watching a waifu tier list, and it's like 2 hours long. But I've decided to use it as a game mechanic. You see, he does not like Uriel because he argues that Uriel is a bully. But we can't have bullying on our team, so she will no longer be a part of our team. She's exiled. Sad but true. But she's in her summer garb. She's ready for the beach. You're not ready for the beach, Elizabeth Bathory. I forgot I had my several teams to make this easier. Who that waifu tier list by? Let me investigate very quick. It's on my other monitor. Hunter the Wraith Dragon. It's a mouthful of a username. Oh, dude, this is as... Never forget the child murder team. Every character that we know has killed a child in real life, they get to be on this team. I don't know how many children Jolter's killed. I mean, we do have Berserker Jolter, by the way. Does that count? Or is that Berserker Salter? It's someone's Salter. We'll use this team, because she's pretty good, actually. Think we need to get Gilgamesh on that team? Oh, the child murder team. Yeah, you're right. Asteros. Where's Asteros? Demon Cringe, Bash, help me look for him too. Say, she's not even playing no more. We know she's a bully. Who found him? He'll bring him over. I'll help. Ugh, so heavy. Dude, she's talking about those tits she's gotta fucking carry everywhere. Not whatever the hell she's pretending to do. You're a servant. Shouldn't servants be able to lift things with ease? Or is she not a servant? I never know. I'm not paid attention. Asteros is cool, though. Don't worry, he's alive, but the wound he got during that battle against us opened up. That's for being reckless before making a full recovery. What kind of moron keeps swimming while carrying a galleon, you dummy? This kind of moron. I like Asteros. It's not something to brag about. Did you forget your role of carrying me on your shoulders? Go on, clean your filthy body. Fucking bully. Great, how about the ship? It's no good. Nothing can make it budge. Although, I think we'll be able to fix the ship, thanks to Asteros bringing it to the coast. Oh, did he just push that broken ship across the water? That's pretty badass. So I guess we can make some lumber out of those trees. Don't you think it's better to slay the forest monsters first? See over there. Oh, here they come. Scene interruption. Right, I'd like to reassess the situation. Oh boy, when we're done, I want to ask you something. How to sink that huge fool of a pirate. Let's go. We're gonna go pirate killing. Yo, did you guys know that there's a fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie? When the hell did that get made? I wasn't impressed by the third one. I love my combo here. I feel like I don't have to actually learn how to play Fate Grand Order till like the 5th Singularity. Aw, dude, she just killed him in one hit, dude. Berserker Jolter. Well, in this game, we just roll after singularities. And I don't need Enkidu on my personal account. The Gilgamesh, I've been wanting him for a minute. Though I say, like, you need Archer Emiya, though. That's better, Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh says Emiya is a fake, but you know. Unlimited Blade Works versus here's my pretentious gold gates of Babylon or whatever he does. It's cheating. Like, at least Shiro took an archery class sometime in his life. He was on the archery team. The hell does Gilgamesh know about a bow and arrow out here calling himself an archer? Please. Don't know nothing. Dude, look at all this Sea Star generation I got going on. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And a gold drop. Oh my gosh.
Insane manipulation grind.
I really wish I could use Noble Phantasms, but I never get to, because they'll be dead. You. I would really love for there to be more Fate Strange Fate. That would be great. Everybody says go read the manga, but I say I don't like reading. I have not read a book since Catching Fire Hunger Games, like how many years ago? Why? There's anime and sci-fi. Well, I watch a lot of prestige dramas too, and I argue they have always got like, you know, every color everybody wears, every clothing says something about them. It's some kind of foreshadowing, like, you know, all the literary tropes are just as much in any other media. Why do I gotta read books? Manga, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I can never figure out if I'm supposed to read from left to right. Because sometimes they Americanize it, and it's left to right. And sometimes it's the Japanese way. But then I don't know, am I supposed to read like every text bubble as though it's right to left? Or do I read the speech bubbles left to right? I don't know, I'm too stupid, so I just don't read the manga. Yo, I'm gonna play Fate Stay Night. I will read that. I like Fate Stay Night. I'm just not a fan of Fate Grand Order's plot. It's kind of the exact same thing over and over again. Except when it wants to be good. But I think I need to catch up on some history, because I didn't get to watch any history last stream. Some guy was talking about waifus, and then we did learn some gacha psychology, and we might learn some more of that today. Anybody watch Extra History? I've been looking for an excuse. Looking for an excuse to play some Extra History, and we got one, and it's called Eric Bloodaxe. That's a servant. That's a person. That's a Viking or something. I want to learn while I slog through a whole bunch of battles very quick. We're only on section 6. Usually
The year
I end at
is
section 10.
865. Dragon ships push up on the shores of East Anglia. For 72 years since the Viking raid on Lindisfarne, Northmen have ravaged the coasts of Britain. But this is no raid. It's the Great Heathen Army. They come seeking farmland.
Been a while since I heard this guy's voice. They've like replaced this guy forever ago on Extra History.
And driven from Scandinavia by crop failures and political instability.
Wait, was Crazy Yuri? Crazy Yuri's not the one with the impreg video, is it? We might watch one of those.
They are not here for treasure. They are here to found a nation. This series is brought to you by a Total War saga, Thrones of Britannia, a new strategy game set during this time period. 10 bloody years pass. The Great Army has toppled thrones and slain kings. Of the 4 Anglo-Saxon kingdoms that existed on their arrival, 2 have been overthrown, and a third is melting away like winter ice.
Yeah, that's Killed. We'll take a look at him. I don't remember if we did Crazy Yuri video or not, but I'll look one of those up after this. I want to learn about... Said I'm doing this one because Eric Bloodaxe, that's one of those servants no one thinks more than twice about, and I don't know crap about Viking history. Because I was surprised learning about the, what do you call them? The Genghis Khan's crew. He was actually a pretty good leader. He wanted good things for all of his people because his life sucked and he wanted better for them. He was a good person, so propaganda, being like they were all savages, and that Attila the Hun didn't do very much good for his reputation. But Viking stuff, let's go. Maybe I'll watch that show, the Viking show. I heard it's good.
Only Wessex still stands. King Halfdan, the Great Army's leader, has decided to settle and dig in around the Danish-held city of York. He had invaded Wessex 2 years before, but the young king, Alfred, had paid him a Danegeld, a tributary bribe never to return. But the army's other king, Guthrum, had taken no Danegeld and made no vow, and Guthrum craved a kingdom of his own.
I thought we took care of all the dragons in France. Are you telling me? You're honestly telling me right now that this island, our vacation paradise, I guess that's why we brought her with her AK, dude. We cannot handle these dragons no more. Birds, that's one thing. Ugh.
He had also been watching this young king, Alfred, and knew his position was precarious. Halfdan had nearly finished him off. The Wessex military was based on a feared system, peasant militias, which took time to call up and would desert if held too long. That made Alfred slow to respond, and weak during sieges. Alfred also had some pretty bad scouts.
Rifle, what's she hunting? I don't know, I haven't figured out her thing yet, what her deal is in the Lost Belts. I'm beginning to think she's not on everyone else's team.
Guthrum's scouts, though, were skilled. Very skilled. He sent them to scour Wessex, and they quickly found a way
She
in.
can reduce
In midwinter, Guthrum's army slipped out of their base at Cambridge. They used back roads and low ground. Anyone who encountered them did not live to tell the story. Guthrum marched 170 miles into Wessex, straight to the town of Wareham, without raising a single alarm. The Vikings fell upon Wareham without warning, sacking it for provisions and holing up in its earthen fort. Guthrum hadn't marched all this way just to sack a town. Wareham was to be a beachhead.
It's also important because we can keep in mind new servants that don't exist that should. Why don't we have a servant named Guthrum? Where's Guthrum? So this isn't Eric Bloodaxe yet, this is Alfred versus Guthrum, but it leads to Eric Bloodaxe. I wonder if these old-timey names are ever going to make a comeback, if anyone's going to name their kid Guthrum.
Once his allies marshaled their fleet, the largest since the Great Army first arrived, 120 dragon ships would come to join him. Alfred could see what Guthrum was up to, though. He raised the feared and bottled Wareham up in a siege. And that stalemate would continue for nearly a year. Guthrum's provisions...
I need to take the time later to be a nerd and actually look up the hit. Is that what it's called? How many moves? Some servants just get more moves than others. I think it seems like Ruler Alteria here has a lot of hit. Then I could just make a team of all the hot hitters. But that would involve going to the Type Moon wiki. I don't want to do that, so we'll wait on that.
Drained, and Alfred's militia eventually started to trickle home. And those 120 dragon ships were still nowhere to be seen. Tiring of this, Alfred offered to negotiate. Guthrum accepted and went to haggle with this young king. Each sized the other up. "All right, here's the deal," said Alfred. "I will pay you this Danegeld if you march north and never return to Wessex." "Okay," said Guthrum. Okay, that was too easy. Alfred didn't buy it. "Swear it to me on these holy relics." "What, this box of bones? Yeah, okay, I swear, sure. And we'll also exchange high-ranking hostages, and I get to pick. I want them." You mean these possible rivals to my power? Pfft, sure, all yours, pal. And you have to swear to me.
It's like it's like someone getting deported and you're like, in like the country that they're getting deported to is like, good, we need them for something.
On your arm ring, the one dedicated to Thor. That's not a thing, but whatever makes you happy, kid. Money and hostages changed hands, and Guthrum prepared to move out. Alfred celebrated. This Guthrum was a different kind of Dane, one he could work with. Halfdan had negotiated for a year before coming to terms, but this was solved within days. Perhaps God had finally begun to turn the hearts of these pagans. And it was right around that moment that Guthrum slaughtered his hostages.
So the Danish or the pagans and the Vikings, they're all into the Thor and whatnot. Got it.
Killed all of Alfred's horses and rode hard west to take Exeter. Now he had a fresh fortress full of provisions and could hold out another year. The fleet could just as easily meet him at Exeter, and if it landed at Wareham as originally planned, well, then they would just snare Alfred between them. Alfred had, essentially, just paid Guthrum to move house. But the fleet still hadn't come. Months passed. Food dwindled. Warriors got restless. Being under siege for well over a year will start to wear anybody out. Alfred, again, offered to negotiate, and Guthrum agreed. "Still waiting on that giant Viking fleet?" Alfred asked. "No." "Maybe. Why?" "Because, turns out, it..."
Is Barghest, is the Viking, she's, they're Norse, aren't they? I'm dumb. Oh my gosh, I can't keep all these new waifus, and then Artemis is just gonna come in here? Look at Artemis. So is Artemis supposed to be, like, the hottest servant? And by that I mean, like, her teddy bear husband's always lusting after her. I don't know, okay, no, he's lusting after other chicks and she gets mad at him. She's the Sundari in the sky. That's the last place you want one of those, where they can always see you. Artemis, you're ridiculous. Get out of here.
It got lost in a fog, and it wrecked on the coast. It's gone. I guess you shouldn't have broken a vow sworn on holy relics, kid.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I am bloodlusted right now.
I only drink cold soda. Warm soda's for, people with something wrong in their head. But my only cold soda I got right now, because the other ones are cooling down, is caffeine-free Diet Coke. Mormon Coke, I call it. Something about not having that caffeine, it don't taste like Diet Coke. It's really messing with my game, not gonna lie.
This time, there was no haggling. Guthrum agreed to all Alfred's terms. He gave up hostages and took none. Then he crawled north into Mercia and settled down to plow, cowed and reformed. A new man. Months passed until 12th night, 877. The court of Wessex was feasting. Botching things with Guthrum had frayed Alfred's reputation with the nobles.
Yo, I'm about to do Lost Belt 6 in my personal game. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with that place that's before it, the extra quest. I think I'm ready, and I'm gonna take Castoria with me all the way. I know Tam Lin from the Shin Megami Tensei games. Oh no, I remember. She's pretty cool. I've used her as a support servant. Bunny Toria wins, though. I mean, bunny ears. She won. And she's got cards. They could be like Persona 4 cards. She could be summoning personas. You don't know. You don't know what she could do with those cards. She could, and it's true. You could be so close, Uno. So close. You've only got 2 cards left, and you're ready to yell Uno. And then she hits you with the draw 4. Savage.
Nobles, and to help mend the rift, he had gathered the court at Chippenham to renew their oaths. 12 nights of Christmas toasts and merriment, a celebration of surviving another year. The king raised a cup, and then stopped. There was a disturbance outside the hall. A drunken quarrel, maybe? New guests? Suddenly, the door was kicked open.
What's that bullshit? Hildur has 3 of her. What?
And oh hey, what up y'all, it's Guthrum! It was a masterstroke. Guthrum's greatest surprise attack. Oh, he had to bribe a few Wessex noblemen to pull it off, but he had lots of money from that nice fat Danegeld Alfred paid. And he had timed the strike to fall on 12th night, when the Wessex guards would be celebrating and drunk on wassail, where Alfred clearly...
Things sucked in the Middle Ages. We've been through this, but like, yeah, you couldn't party. You couldn't party hard. They'd just kill you in your sleep if you did. I don't think it gets reported enough for American history that a battle in the Revolutionary War was won because they stole everybody's shoes when they slept. The little things in warfare you don't think of. Like, you've Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I want Call of Duty Petty Warfare. I'll play that FPS where you just, like, burn people's shoes, make sure they're mildly irritated, releasing a whole bunch of sandflies on them or something. That'd be a great game.
Knew nothing of the Danes, Guthrum had studied his enemy's culture and used it to his advantage. Where was Alfred anyway? This strike would only be complete when he was captive or dead. But as Guthrum's men turned Chippenham inside out, the young king was nowhere to be found. He'd probably escaped to the Somerset marshes with a handful of men. No matter, he was dethroned, out of power,
Berserker Jolter is no joke.
ruling from a mire. Alfred could be king of the muck for all Guthrum cared, because every week Alfred hid, more Wessex noblemen recognized Guthrum's claim, and Danish reinforcements were coming. But there was some difficulty. Small parties of Danes did occasionally turn up slaughtered on the road. Anglo-Saxon gangs, possibly remains of the broken army, ransacked camps at night, stealing supplies and weapons. They attacked and then disappeared. Viking
See? That's not Viking tactics, petty warfare.
tactics. And then the marauders hit the Wessex nobles who had taken Guthrum's gold, one by one. Stories circulated that Alfred lived, that he was still a ring giver, that he walked abroad, punishing traitors. Guthrum was tied down, repressing small uprisings and responding to these marauders, unable to secure all of Wessex. He needed more men. But when his reinforcements landed at Devon, they met a small force, an elderly lord and his untrained peasants, holding a fort. As the Vikings prepared a siege, not even equipped for battle, the peasants sallied out in a desperate, furious assault. 800 Danes lay slain, a whole army gone. It was almost
That sucks for the Danes, but I need to remember to use these teapots. These teapots expire, I've been warned.
a relief when Guthrum then heard reports of Alfred gathering an army at Egbert Stone. Finally, the Ghost King shows himself. Time to banish him. The armies met at Eddington. The Wessex men advanced, shouting prayers to the Virgin, St. Cuthbert, and the rest of their weird Christian gods. The armies exchanged a rain of insults, and then one of spears. Shield walls met with the sound of a ship's keel striking.
That's not a joke. I'm sure there were your mother jokes back then. There had to be. There always has been since human speech was invented.
Rocks. The shoving began. Spears probed and struck like viper heads. The Danish line bowed inward. Alfred had numbers on his side, and desperation as well. The Danes could always settle in the conquered lands back east if things went bad, but these Anglo-Saxon men of Wessex had nowhere to retreat to. The Danes broke, cut down as they fled. Guthrum himself rode for Chippenham with a small party, slamming the gates behind him. Once again, a siege. But this time, the Danes didn't have the food, the men, or the heart. 12 days later, Guthrum offered to talk. Alfred set the terms. Guthrum must march for East Anglia and never return. For real this time, and no Danegeld. Further, Guthrum must accept Christian baptism. Alfred would be his godfather. With his life thus rededicated to God, Guthrum would rule East Anglia as a friend of Wessex. Guthrum agreed. After all, maybe there was something to this Christian god that had wrecked his fleet. It seemed to be working for Alfred anyway. Plus, I mean, Guthrum already worshipped a lot of gods, so sure, throw one more on the pile. At the baptismal...
Can you do that? Can you just, like, be in a monotheistic religion and then just take the Christian god and just add it like a gotcha? Yo, gotcha religion, let's go. It's just, that'd be probably used for horrible caste system stuff. But it'd be like, yo, I was born with Jehovah? I got Jehovah as my 5-star, what'd you get? And they're just like, I got Hermes. It's like, you got one of the Roman gods? Those are like commons. Those are not even uncommons. That's trash, those Roman gods. We shouldn't say that. Draco's right here. Oh, I wonder if the Greek and Roman god worshippers did some gotcha things. Like, man, you don't even... It'd be one thing if you were an atheist, but you don't even believe in Hermes? Oh, I can't even be your neighbor, and I'm gonna defriend you on Greek Facebook. That's how that goes.
Alfred himself pushed Guthrum's head into the font and gave him his new Christian name, Edelston. A 12-day feast followed, a symbolic reminder of when Guthrum ruined Christmas. Alfred showered his nobles with gifts, a ring giver once more. Guthrum sat in his stained baptismal robes, accepting Alfred's gifts like just another Wessex thane. Then he limped back to East Anglia to secure his previous conquests and rule the kingdom of Guthrum. And, surprisingly, it appears he kept the treaty. Whether due to religious conversion, pragmatic statecraft, or just not wanting to tangle with Alfred.
You guys, a politician kept their promise. That was probably the first time in history ever. Oh my gosh, that's why that shouldn't even be extra. This should just be known.
Again, Guthrum opted out of future attempts to conquer Wessex. He ministered his own realm, minting coins printed with his Christian name, Alfred's one friend in Danish territory. And with that continued peace came another treaty, the Treaty of Alfred and Guthrum, laying out a political boundary between Wessex and the Danish-controlled kingdoms, a land where Danes ruled and their laws held sway, the Danelaw. Guthrum had his kingdom, and though it would last less than a century, it would change England forever. This video is brought to you by Thrones of Britannia, a strategy game that combines huge real-time battles with a deep sandbox.
There we go, there's a part 2. This is where we're going to get into Eric Bloodaxe, who is a servant, so it's irrelevant. Because no one cares about Eric Bloodaxe, but I did. I said, that's a cool name. I'm going to figure out who you were in history, sir. I don't think he's the same as that Leif Erikson.
North of York in the year 954, a line of men follow the old Roman road through Stainmore Gap. It's a lonely place, surrounded by hills. Eric Bloodaxe leads the pack. Days ago, he was king of Northumbria. Years ago, he was king of Norway. Now, he's a 3-time exile, forced from power by his enemies. He's headed for Dublin to plot his next move. That's when it happens. One of the men escorting him draws a sword. We don't know if it was an assassination or an ambush. It's unknown if he fought. But minutes later, the last Viking king of the Danelaw is lying dead on the desolate moor. This series is brought to you by a Total War saga, Thrones of Britannia, a new strategy game set during this time period. Let's go back 7 years. The Council of Northumbria was debating how to find a new king. Over the past decade, they'd had several, but none really worked out. All of them had been Scandinavian.
I am bloodlusted right now.
Every single time, I'm in the groove. Here it comes, data update. 80, it's 8:02 p.m. right here, right now. That's not a screw me over time. Get your life together, type moon.
From the Kingdom of Dublin, and the Vikings in that occupied kingdom tended to be too pagan and wild for the council's liking, nothing like the settled Danes that lived there in York. The Archbishop, a power broker who had pulled the strings behind Northumbrian politics for years, proposed a compromise candidate, Eric Bloodaxe. Sure, he had spent his formative years killing his brothers for the throne of Norway.
So, do you all think that that's his real legal name? Eric Bloodaxe? Like, I mean, there was no government to tell you not to, I guess. I can't tell if I'd vote for that person or not in an election.
And then killing more of his brothers to keep it. Sure, he was known for being cruel. And, okay, he had fled to Britain after one of his brothers, the one he didn't manage to kill, dethroned him. But he was noble and available, and it was far better than the alternative. If they didn't get a king soon, they all knew who would be ruling Northumbria, and they didn't really want that. And so, this archbishop and his Anglo-Saxon council invited a pagan to be their sovereign lord. Wait, I hear you saying, what is happening here? Last episode, the Anglo-Saxons and the Danes were bitter enemies. Vikings were looting monasteries, and now an archbishop is allying with one? What happened? Well,
hold on, we have to correct something. She cannot be here. She is a bully. Bullying, I don't even need to say it. I can't even say on YouTube what bullying can lead to. And we have an assassin. I don't know why we haven't been using her, but there she is.
Well, shush, I'll tell you. 80 years happened. 80 years of Anglo-Saxons and Scandinavian settlers living side by side, each learning about and changing the other. Generations of Scandinavians put their marks and their names on the landscape of what would be England. So today we are going to examine how this happened, or at least we will paint the best picture of it we can from the fragmentary.
Bullying could lead to suicide. It's true, especially on the internet, especially if someone has a different opinion than you. Opinion bashing's no joke. Someone probably bashed Eric Bloodaxe's opinion.
Written records, archaeological finds, and etymological evidence. Just keep in mind, historians are still debating major parts of this story. We have picked the theories that make the most sense to us, but reasonable people could argue that, like, everything in this episode is wrong, so, you know. Let's go further back to 875, when Guthrum and Alfred were still throwing down. As Guthrum was...
Fucking Guthrum. I don't know why. I just love that. I like extra history can just create so much character. These are some primitive drawings. This is nothing special, and they haven't switched up their style at all. But it just tells you all you need to know about it gives a real character to the name. Maybe we don't need the Department of Education. Maybe they can just watch this stuff on YouTube all day. Probably learn more than I ever did in school.
Sneaking into Wessex, the great heathen army's other king, Halfdan, was headed north to manage the Viking-held city of York. When he arrived there, he broke up the Northumbrian estates, handing out farms and villages to men who served him. With the local rulers all displaced or killed, the Vikings settled in as the kingdom's new elite. This Viking kingdom of Northumbria, however, was just the northernmost point of the Danelaw. When the Great Army had first arrived in Britain, there were 4 major kingdoms: East Anglia, Mercia, Northumbria, and Wessex. By the time Alfred and Guthrum signed their treaty, the Vikings held East Anglia, Northumbria, and most of eastern Mercia.
I like the old names of countries better, gonna be honest. What a take for someone to ask you their opinions on, like, Israel, Palestine, and you're like, you mean Babylonia? Oh, I didn't know they changed their names. I've been out of the loop. Damn time travelers, am I right?
But the Danelaw wasn't a country. It wasn't even a centralized kingdom like Alfred's Wessex. In fact, it wasn't even called the Danelaw until after it already disappeared. The Danelaw was a geographic area where Scandinavians ruled and their laws held sway, but that's really it. Northumbria and East Anglia operated as independent kingdoms, just like they had before the conquest. But Eastern Mercia, called the Five Boroughs, was simply a collection of powerful towns, all vying for their own interests. What makes it even weirder, though, is that while a Scandinavian elite did control the Danelaw, it appears that many of their kingdoms depended on the cooperation of Anglo-Saxon earls, and, even stranger, the Church. Now, you might reasonably ask, weren't Vikings infamously hostile to Christianity? Didn't they, sack monasteries and kill priests? Well, yeah, they did, all the time. But it appears that their motivation for doing so was mostly economic. The Vikings didn't hate churches, those churches were just easy pickings. They were like banks, except guarded by nerds in robes. And it's not like church sacking was an activity unique to Vikings. Anglo-Saxon kings, too, had been known to seize.
I mean, King Henry VIII famously did it to every single monastery in his own country when he was king, so, I don't see the problem.
Church lands and sack shrines when budgets got tight. Besides, those churches were all geographically fixed. Just because Vikings were running the place now didn't mean that all those church figures could relocate or abandon their parishes and cathedrals. So the churches remained in Viking territory. And to the church's surprise, the Danes generally seemed to leave them alone. And even more surprising, they proved relatively easy to convert. The earliest converts were probably tempted by political or economic boosts. Some were likely Scandinavian lords who found that their subjects liked them better if they were Christian. Others were probably Viking merchants who found that they could get better trade deals if they had a cross around their necks. And while these conversions might not have been total,
I'm beginning to think these Vikings can be whatever benefits them. I feel that.
Historically, polytheists have a tendency to simply add new gods to their existing list rather than embracing monotheism. Archaeological evidence suggests.
Oh, cool, that's what I was asking. So they did just add it. They were just like, yeah, Thor, Jesus, and I don't know, Prometheus. Is that... I'm not up to date on my Greek and Roman gods. I don't know. Artemis? She's in this game. And Orion. I know those two.
That Scandinavian settlers.
Oh, and then there was the Hercules movie. There was Zeus and Hades. And dude, I'm gonna be real. I thought hearing about how Kronos ate his children and Zeus was the one to survive and the Titans, I was like, this is too anime for me. I don't like that anime. I don't like this Attack on Titan. Get this out of here.
Accepted Christianity pretty quickly. Within just a few decades, they were burying their dead in churchyards. And within a generation, grave goods started phasing out of use, replaced by stone tomb monuments combining pagan and Christian imagery. But it wasn't just the newly settled Vikings that were changing. The Anglo-Saxons were changing too, adopting Scandinavian art, clothing, even hairstyles as the groups interacted and intermarried. But the biggest impact of this intermingling was linguistic. In fact, the only way we can estimate the size and development of the Danelaw is through place names. Today, many towns around York still carry Scandinavian words paired with the old.
Hey, I didn't watch too much anime. Have you all watched Otaku Daikun's channel? That's what anime does to a person. It's very unfortunate.
English word ton, which means town. Some are even personal names. Stacker's Town became modern Saxton. Greamer's Town became Grimston. In fact, it's possible these names, which we still use today, are the names of the Viking captains who benefited from Halfdan's land division. Later settlers from Scandinavia who had missed the period of conquest instead tended to name land after notable features. Modern Skewsby descended from the Old Norse word for forest, plus the Old English by, meaning farm. Mickleby essentially means great farm, while Skidby, hilariously, means dung farm.
Next time you talk to a farmer, tell them you enjoy their Mickleby. I'm sure they'll know what it means.
And it wasn't just place names. Anglo-Saxons adopted Old Norse words like it was going out of style, and we still use those today all of the time, like they, slaughter, kid, strike, keel, mire. All Norse words. By the way, some of you might have noticed I tried to use as many of those words as I could think of last episode. So, okay, let's work our way back to Eric Bloodaxe. After Alfred finished dealing with Guthrum, he transformed Wessex into a military superpower.
I don't even think Extra History can say those words or put them on the screen no more. Those might make you do some bullying if you see them.
littering his territory with forts and organizing both a navy and a large conscript army. And when he died, the next generation, his son Edward and daughter Ethelfled, used that power to bring East Anglia and the 5 boroughs under the banner of Wessex, gobbling up the southern Danelaw. Alfred's grandson, Ethelstan,
Would have been funny if the kids were like, you know, all the gargoyle names, Brooklyn, Manhattan, fucking Queens.
went on to capture York in 927, making him, if only briefly, the first king of England. But once he died, Northumbria again slipped from Wessex's grip. Which brings us right back to the beginning. The Great Council of Northumbria making a devil's bargain. It seems strange, but given the politics of the time, it's not surprising that Anglo-Scandinavians in the Danelaw seem to have preferred independence.
So he's just a king? That's Eric Bloodaxe? He didn't run around with a bloody axe hacking people up? He's just a clout demon. That's not right. He doesn't look at all like his fate servant. Fate servant's probably one of the few that's like actually cooler than their real life counterpart.
Under a foreign king to domination by Alfred's heirs. So they offered Eric the job. Except it did not go so great. Eric was king for a year before Wessex marched into Northumbria and razed the shrine of its patron saint, forcing him to abdicate and make a run for it. 4 years later, he was back, ready to retake his crown. And he did for, like, 2 years, and then he lost it again. So Eric was once more an exile, traveling along the old Roman road. You might ask, why was he ousted the second time? Well, we don't exactly know, but we do have one clue. A 13th century book, quoting some earlier long-lost source, which alleges that the man who arranged Eric's murder was an Anglo-Saxon earl who ruled north of York. A man who, after Eric's death, would rule Northumbria as a puppet of Wessex. With his ascension, both Viking rule and Northumbrian independence met their end. England was at last united. But its culture, language, and lands would remain forever marked by the Viking presence. But that's not quite the end of Eric Bloodaxe's story. We have one more record of him, a skaldic death ode, probably commissioned by his widow or his sons back in Norway. In it, Odin awakes from a dream, knowing that someone is coming, fresh from the battlefield. He orders Valkyries to bring wine and readies his hall for feasting. Valhalla trembles with the visitor's approach. It is Eric the Prince, he tells.
Okay, this is the better story. This is some Mad Max thing where it's kind of the same story, but every telling's different. I see.
Tells the gods. In many a land he has reddened the blade and carried a bloody sword. Indeed, Odin had only denied Eric victory because he was in
That's not Nax, though. Still a lie.
great need of warriors. Ragnarok may arrive at any moment. The gray wolf ever gazes on the home of the gods. The visitor enters, and the heroes of old bid welcome to Eric Bloodaxe, last king of the Danelaw.
Alright, that was extra history. I want to see what Crazy Yuri's up to. Alright, what servant do I want to hear about? You know what, actually, let's hear what their favorite FGO servants are. Maybe it'll help me
Grand Order has a
strategize.
massive number of characters, and with me being a content creator for that game, it probably shouldn't surprise you that, quite often, people ask me who my favorite character is. But because there are just so many different characters to choose from, picking out just one as my favorite is exceptionally hard, even before you get into the fact that I'm not just good at picking out favorites in general. Steins Gate, for example, I just throw up my hands and say that I have 5 favorite characters. Forget about just choosing one. But people keep asking who my favorite FGO characters are. I can't escape it. So finally, at long last, on the 2-year anniversary.
You're a fan of Crazy Yuri. Why'd you keep harassing him like that? It sounds like he's pained. Pained that he had to make this video. His fans are some rude people. I wouldn't have asked what his favorite FGO servant is. I would have asked him, How are you doing today, Crazy Yuri? I guess I'm just a nicer person than you guys.
Of the release of Lost Belt 6 on NA, when my YouTube journey really began, I'm going to try to answer that question. Who are my favorite servants in Fate Grand Order? And in order to do that, I'm going to put them on a tier list. So how will this list work? Well, first off, I went to the FGO wiki and went through the entire servant list, grabbing an image of them, usually their final ascension, and set them up on this here tier list. There are 300 of them. Now, those of you who can do math might notice that 300 is a lot less than the 383 servants released on NA.
He tricked me. Oh, he's gonna go for all of them. Oh. I don't know some of these. This might lead into some servant reviews. I need to make some of those. It's been a minute.
Never mind the 440 on JP. Well, making a tier list with 300 entries on it is a lot. And since I play on NA, I don't know many of the characters that are only on JP, and so I don't have an opinion of them. But more importantly, many entries are honestly redundant, because
I hope that I can tolerate his opinion. I've watched too many user videos. I'm just like, when I don't hear that I can tolerate your opinion, I'm off kilter. I'm like, oh man, PewDiePie must have made this.
while there might be multiple versions of some characters, my opinions of the characters might not necessarily change with each one. So for example, while there are 5 different versions of Cahulan in FGO...
So does this mean that this user hates
Say
all
it.
anime?
Which one do you not like? Dude, he better not be hating on Caster Q. I have never used Prototype, though. Who's used Prototype? Is he good? I kind of like his design better than the, you know, the OG, I guess version 2 here, but just never interested me to use in the actual game.
My opinion of him is generally the same, and so for this tier list, I only have his Lancer version on here. But if my opinion of an alternate version of a character is distinct enough from the original, then they get a separate entry on this list. So, if you are one...
That's what I was saying. I was saying that, like, you can't be into Vampire Carmilla. That's weird. But Ryder Carmilla, you can feel that. Elizabeth Bathory, though...
wondering what I think of Elizabeth
I mean, we love her. But, I mean, it's gonna slog any tier list because there's 25 of her.
Bathory, but notice that I only include her original Lancer version. Just take my opinion of her Lancer form and assume it applies to all the other Elizabeths too. So, after not including versions of characters where my opinion on them doesn't really differ from their main version, I ended up with 298 characters. I then went ahead and added 2 more, Galahad and Oriol, because my opinions of those 2 differ from the main servant that they are attached to, Mash and Sakamoto Ryoma respectively. End result, 300 characters, which is a much cleaner number than I was expecting. As for the ranks on this list, I have 7 different tiers. S tier is at the top. If you want to know who my personal favorite characters are, this is who they are. A tier is just below that, characters I really like, but aren't quite at S tier level. B tier is for characters I have a positive opinion of generally. Now, there are actually 2 different C tiers on this list. The first C tier is neutral, meaning characters who I don't have strong opinions of either way, while the second C tier below it is mixed, characters who I sometimes like, but sometimes dislike.
There's gotta be some mid players out there on the same level as me that have no idea, can't remember what all those command codes do, so when you see them, when you're clicking through the cards, you're just like using a support like, maybe it'll do something, I don't know. It's gotta be good, right? It's gotta be good, it'll help me.
Dislike too. Below that lies D tier. I don't like these characters. Lastly, we have F tier. These are the characters I hate. If I never saw these characters again...
This is better than the waifu list. I gotta see the real feelings here. There's no hate on that. They're just S, A, you know, the lame old grades and whatnot. This is better.
That would make me happy. Now, obviously, this tier list is my personal opinion of the characters. I'm expecting people to disagree with me. Also, because there are so many characters to...
Is it coming? Is he gonna ask if... Please tolerate my opinion.
...place upon this list, I'm going to try not to spend too much time elaborating on each character. So if you are looking for an essay on why I think Galahad sucks, sorry, but we don't have time for that.
What?
Lastly, these grades are 100%
Galahad's
distinct from
not
the
real
accuracy
anyway.
grades I give out in the main videos. Just because I give a low grade to someone in those videos doesn't mean that I automatically hate the character. And also, I expect that where I decide to place many of these characters will be a bit surprising.
I'm sorry, I
Now,
can't
with no
stop
more
it.
ado, let's get started. So in many ways, the first two entries on this
Sorry about that, the button got stuck. There we go.
list they're kind of gonna bookend this a bit because, well, in the intro I made it really obvious what my opinion of Galahad is, and I've certainly made it obvious in previous videos.
Galahad ever show up?
So
Thought he was just
him
kind
going
of
in
existed.
F tier probably doesn't surprise any of you. Mash, on the other hand, it's Mash. Come on, she's wonderful. She's going straight to S tier. What more needs to be said, right? So they kind of, you know, put a what do you call it?
He said that kind of essentially.
Kind of a framework, you could say, on you know, what a top tier character is like and what a bottom tier character is like, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so OG Saber, A tier for me. She's great. Saber Alter, she would have been a little lower, but then she
Don't you put her lower. Don't you put Salter lower just because her eyes are a different color. Her skin's a bit paler. I believe that's discrimination right there. That's why she's so angry all the time.
had Shinjuku, and that was particularly nice. So she's actually also going into A tier. Nero. Nero. This one's actually tougher than you might think, because she's definitely low, but I'm actually kind of indecisive on this as to whether or not she's D tier or F tier. I'm actually going to put her at D tier because I don't like her. I've made that clear many times, but I'm
not tolerating these opinions. I don't know why I enjoyed Fate Encore, Extra Encore as much as I did, probably thanks to Otaku Daikun explaining the lore and making it good. But, like, I liked her. I liked that. I would rather have somebody who's like, I'm the best, I'm cool, let's get to it, believe, than, like I said, I like Saber well enough, but I kind of, you know, you get over the main heroine, my life and my decisions, and it was hard. She had no regrets, that Nero, and it was refreshing. I wouldn't put her in D. I could see her grating on people's nerves, though, especially the dub actress. Like I said, I hear her, and it's like, Morgana, stop. Don't tell me to go to sleep.
completely hate her guts. She occasionally has good moments. Maybe this is like the, you know, since the most recent was technically Lilim Harlot, that I'm a bit more forgiving. But, you know, it's not completely screwed. But it's definitely not on my favorites list, that's for sure. Siegfried, he's okay. I'm put him at C tier as being mixed. Caesar, get out of here. I don't.
Siegfried above Nero? Are you kidding me? My gosh. This crazy Yuri, I don't know about this. Caesar, though, I can accept that.
Want to see you ever again. Altera. I really like Altera. I've always really liked Altera, actually. She's A tier. Saber Gilles. I think he's also mixed, personally. Chevalier d'Aeon. This one's actually kind of tough because we haven't seen Daeon in quite a while. So it's kind of like...
I'd put Daeon in F tier, just saying.
I'm going to
Because he's a sucky saber.
say neutral. So the C tier of neutral. So not... I don't really have a strong opinion about Daeon either way. Okay. Emiya. Archer Emiya. A tier. He's great. Gilgamesh. Archer version. He's going to C tier for mixed.
Oh, dude, this mongrel got you, Gil.
Because he's See, on the one hand, I think he's kind of awesome at times, but on the other hand, it's like, you know, I think about his original portrayal in Fate. He's a jerk. He's a complete jackass. But he's also kind of awesome. So he's definitely mixed as far as I'm concerned. But
I should get some Gilgamesh for the soundboard just for the hell of it, though. I don't... Said he's always calling people mongrels, though, but I can't figure out what quote of mine is his favorite, though, right off the top of my head.
He kind of leans a bit towards B, but ultimately I'm going to put him in mixed for the C tier. Robin Hood, neutral. I don't particularly care for him either way. Atalanta, same thing. Yarale, also neutral. Arash. I generally like Arash, so yeah. I mean, he doesn't appear very often, but when he does, he's kind of nice. Cahulan. As I mentioned in the intro, there's only actually one Cahulan entry on this entire list, so this Cahulan represents all of them. Speaking of that, Caster Gilles is not Archer Gilles. That's a very...
What? So Caster Coup is not different from Lancer Coup, but you consider Caster Gil and Archer Gil different? Like, sure, he's the real Gilgamesh in Babylonia, but summoning him as a servant, doesn't that kind of make him the same person? Fate scholars, respond.
Distinct character. Regular Coup, I think I'd put him in A tier, actually. I really do like him. He's kind of, like, almost B tier, but, like... No, I'm gonna leave him in A. Okay, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. I'm putting her in D tier. She would get an F tier if it wasn't for the fact that I find her Halloween events to be hilarious at times, so... You know,
I am bloodlusted right now.
He's getting D. Benkei. He was kind of cool in Babylonia, but I guess I'm neutral on Benkei. Leonidas. Ooh, this is actually kind of tough because he's kind of like a mix between A and B here. I'm putting him in B. I like him, but I don't think he's quite up to this level just yet. Or in general. Romulus. I don't care for Romulus, if we're being honest. And this is both Romulus.
L's this channel will take. L's. Where is the comments? That's videos. We don't want those. We don't want to see iDubbbz' face. Where is the description? I don't think I can comment on this. I will comment later. I'm going to say I don't tolerate these opinions and I do not care for it. But I won't give a dislike. I'll give a like. Because that is me pretending I tolerate opinions, you see.
This is, by the way, so Quirinus and so 3-star and 5-star Romulus are both included here. Medusa, all versions of Medusa, actually. A tier. She's great. Georgios, neutral. Blackbeard. If he started in Okeanos, he would have been straight an F. But as time has gone on, you know, Summer 3...
What? I haven't been paying attention to the events. Does our boy Edward Teach go through character development to get him off of the F tier? No way. Like I said, Carnival Phantasm, I'll give him that. He was a really good union leader for the servants no one uses.
Kind of bumped him to here. And then Summer 6 kind of bumped him to here. He's very much mixed. So he's gotten better over time as far as I'm concerned. So I'm actually going to put him in mixed here, believe it or not. Boudica. It is no secret that her depiction in FGO is probably the one I hate the most, by far. But do I hate the...
Ooh, I didn't know she was in anything else. Worst portrayal in FGO.
Character? Not necessarily. So I'm gonna put her at D tier. Even though I really... like, is probably the depiction of a character I can't stand the most of any character in the Fate franchise. The way they did her in Septum was just basically the worst. Ushiwaka Maru. A tier. No question about that one. Younger version of Alex. I put him separate from Iskandar because he doesn't show up very often. I'm kind of neutral on him. Marie Antoinette. I'm going to put her in B tier, actually, because she generally is... I generally like her. Marie Alter obviously hasn't shown up on NA, so I'm not including.
Hey, Edward Teach, what's up? Couple more battles, maybe one more section, then I'll turn back to story. I didn't know this video. Why is everyone's waifu list 2 hours long? Well, I guess he does have like 1 billion servants. Never mind, I keep forgetting there's 1 billion of them. It'd be like if I were watching a Pokemon ranking video and I'm like, why? I can't do these for more than 5 minutes. What?
Her. And I am very curious how Marie Alter is going to be. Martha, I generally like Martha, so she's kind of like a mix between good and neutral, honestly, so I'm going to put her in B tier for good. Medea, she's also going to go in B tier. Caster Gilles, oof. So on the one hand, I kind of hate him, because, you know, whenever how I remember him best is, you know, in Fate Zero, when he's, you know, a frickin' child killer, which is, you know, horrible for obvious reasons.
He was the funniest child killer, though. Don't forget.
But he's kind of like in a love-to-hate kind of situation, in a sense. Like, he's horrible, but he's also kind of... So I'm going to put him in D tier. Hans, I'm going to put in B tier. He's kind of funny. Whenever he doesn't show up very often, but whenever he does show up, I find him amusing, personally, so I'm going to put him there. Shakespeare, I'm putting C tier. He's very mixed. He's kind of like neutral, but he's like... No, is that... Yeah, I'd say he's mixed. Mephistopheles, also mixed, for much the same reason. That they can be kind of fun at times, but like, you know, the shtick of him being, you know, the bomber, it does get a little, like, it's...
Wonder if I can take him out this turn. There's a pretty good noble phantasm. Oh, nah, not that lucky.
Kind of like he's a one-trick pony in a lot of ways. Mozart. I don't really care about Mozart, if we're being honest, so neutral.
No, you don't get to keep 1 HP and act so violent like that. You good, get out of here. Get out of here. God. Some of these enemy servants just don't have manners.
Waver, or Zhuge. Well, I haven't done a video on him yet, but I almost feel like it's pointless, because everybody calls him Waver. You know, he's supposed to be like mixed, a pseudo of Zhuge Liang, but you know, since everyone literally calls the guy Waver, that kind of gives away, you know, what he's going to end up getting as a grade. Spoiler alert. Because this is not Zhuge Liang. This is Waver. Do I like Waver? Yes, I like Waver, but I'm putting him in B tier, because it's not quite that high. I like him, but I don't really like him. Sasaki Kojiro.
Damn, Waver. Damn, Waver. Are you gonna take that? Hi, Instar. We're looking at Crazy Yuri's waifu list. He has awful opinions, if you can see this. Uriel, she should be an F. Edward Teach apparently has character development and is cool. I don't even know what the hell Mozart's doing in mid. He's below that. It's just, I just don't like how he treated Romulus. She's kind of cool. And she was loyal, dude. She had Amakusa's back. You don't see that much loyalty with these servants.
This one's actually kind of tough. He has his moments, for sure. I'm gonna put him in B.
Oh, well, you see, this is a new game because I learned in my personal game that I'm really bad at this. So I need to restart to get good. I just recently learned what a C-star is. And then I wound up watching history videos instead. So we haven't really learned much on this replay, but we got a lot of cool 5 stars.
Okay. Cursed Arm Hassan. He was kind of a non-entity. He wasn't like really that interesting in Heaven's Feel. He definitely had a good showing in Camelot. But I'm going to put him as neutral. Steno. When was the last time she even showed up for anything? I generally... So here's the thing with... so Medusa...
It's time. Oh, dude, no, it's not time for the murder team, but as he was talking about, you know, Caster Gill and murder or whatever, this is the team of all the child murderers of history. Not Artoria, she did nothing wrong, but these 3. So, as we keep watching history videos, more people might get added to the Hall of Fame. Caligula, not a good dude. We don't need the murder team right now.
Medusa is obviously great. Yorale, I put her in neutral. I probably should have put her in mixed if we're being honest, but actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. She's going in mixed. Cause I kind of like her at times, but she's also kind of snobby. The thing that keeps her positive is probably the one good.
Now, that other guy said she's an awful bully. He couldn't even imagine putting her anywhere near C to S tier. So, this is a shocking development. Where the hell's Steno? He rated her, right? They can't possibly be on different tiers. They're the exact same person. They were gonna trick us, you see, in the beginning of Fate Grand Order, trying to act like that was 2 different servants, and one's a 3-star, one's a 4-star. They can miss me with that garbage.
Storyline in Okeanos was between her and Asterios. So, but her sister doesn't have that, so she's going in D tier. And yeah, I'm probably going to change more of these as time goes on, as I think more about them. Jinke, she was in Septum. I don't even remember what the hell she did in Septum, but I did like her in Lost Belt 3. So I'm going to put her in B tier. Jean-Henri Sanson, he's also B tier. Yep.
I skipped all of Lost Belt 3. I have no idea what was going on. All I know is that giant thing, that animal thing that's not Lubu, it's, I don't know, it kept showing up, but I couldn't beat it, so then I used all my command seals. I have him as a servant. I don't know what to do with him. I haven't leveled him up. I just know him as that servant from that Lost Belt. The one I skipped said, but then I read India. But then I was like, India's the same as Camelot. And I try to keep up with the plot, but then I'm just like, you've already done this before, though.
Phantom. Not interested. Matahari. I'd say neutral for her.
Is that acceptable? How has this person not been deplatformed off the internet with these opinions? Matty Hari in neutral? I know some people that would horribly, horribly disagree with this. How do you not like Matty Hari? I'm assuming neutral means you don't even think about them. I can understand that, because Giorgio's here. But Matty Hari? This seems like a bad opinion.
Because she's alright, like, you know, but I don't have particularly strong opinions one way or the other. Carmilla, I'm gonna say mixed, because she hasn't shown up very often, but she's kind of a, like, occasionally has some fun moments, but generally just like, whatever. I should note, by the way, though, that, so I mentioned that I cut away a lot of what I called redundant servants. There are 2 servants on this list that I also have summer versions included. Carmilla is one of them. So we'll get back to her, or rather her summer version, later on. The other one is Jean, by the way. So Summer Carmilla and Summer Jean are on this list, in addition to...
This is kind of a crappy team. I kind of have a archer, you know, King Arthur, as they say here, when I don't want to. It's the boss. Do I dare change cards? She's still got the same amount of cards. Oh well, at least we can get this.
To their main versions. Heracles, I generally like him. I'm put him in B tier. If he showed more personality, I'd probably put him in A tier. Lubu, what does he even do except roar at people, honestly? And he could be so much more interesting, so I'm putting him in D tier. Spartacus, if it wasn't for Lost Belt 3, he'd be straight up F tier. But Lost Belt 3 puts him in D tier because he had that really cool moment in Lost Belt 3. Sakata Kintoki, B. Oh, got the first...
Hot video game tip. Before you use your things, you know, your abilities here in Fate, you should see what cards you have, and not do what I just did where I made the Berserker use all of her skills. To have a turn limit. For no reason, because I didn't even use her. She had no cards. Don't do what I do. That's how you get good at Fate Grand Order.
A new row here. Vlad the Third. This is Zerker Vlad specifically. I'm also putting him in B tier because I liked him in Traum. I liked him in Apocrypha as well. Asterios.
Yo, did she just kick him in the nuts? Is that one of her moves? That's mean. Nita Chris over here would not approve of that.
We don't really see him very often. Like, the only real storyline I remember him from, like, distinctly is Okeanos. I'm gonna put him in neutral for C tier. Because it's not really mixed, it's just kind of like, we just don't see him very much. Caligula, he's also mixed. Oh, oops, there we go.
Did you just see this YouTuber, Crazy Yuri, put child murdering, kin murdering, peasant murdering, horrible Caligula in C? That's a problem. I'm gonna leave this on for a second, hit auto. I'm gonna get a soda, and then we're gonna get back to the story in a second.
Mixed. Because on the one hand, he's kind of bland. You know, he just kind of, you know, doesn't have much to say. He was all right in Olympus, and sometimes I find him to be rather funny. Darius the Third, Darius, however the frick you say that name. He's kind of in the same, like, I'm put him in neutral, because I don't even remember what the hell he's in, honestly. Kyohime. She's fun to see, but she scares me. Maybe I should make a new tier, actually. You know what? Let's do that. Add a row below. This is...
Alrighty, we will pause him right there. He'll still be in the playlist along with the other one that we'll get back to. Alrighty. So what's going on in this crazy, crazy world? It looks like we're back on the cruise ship. I was still hoping for a nice day at the beach. But you know, at least the air's nice today. Don't you agree, MASH? Hey everybody! It's almost time to say goodbye, don't you think? You won, old hag. Got that? Are you talking to Francis Drake? That's rude. Yeah, the more you talk, the more you sound like a sore loser. Hurry up and be gone, Blackbeard. It must be hard for you to even breathe right now. She just said you need a CPAP machine. Take that, Edward Peach. Damn you, you're being nice to me makes my heart flutter. I'd say marry me, I'll make you happy. I mean, you've been single ever since you were born, no? I've had enough of you, nitwit. Hurry up and kick the bucket. For real, get out of here, Edward Teach. Now that I'm satisfied, it's time to die. This time I won't be beheaded. No one wants your head. Go away. No one even wants to bury your body or make it go away. Just go away yourself. Because I'm the greatest pirate after all. I'm a merry pirate, and I will die as one. Dude, Blackbeard could be cool if it wasn't for him wanting to, like, lick Uriel's armpits or whatever. It's kind of weird. Yeah, this is the worst. That's what that guy was saying in the tier list. He said he would be, like, the worst ever if it was for only the Singularity. But he gets his act together, I guess. Not needed. Useless. Come on, snuff it. Mash told me about your final moments. Dude, that is so rude, though, that Mash gives them life spoilers like that. Make sure to take your head with you. Yeah, we don't want it. Okay, well, that's all fine. Ha! That's all dandy and fine. Fandy and dine.
Now that's a funny name.
The woman who Blackbeard respected most. The pirate who he yearned for most. She's present at Blackbeard's deathbed, and he keeps his head intact. Then farewell, humanity. Farewell, pirates. So Blackbeard draws his last breath. Ha ha! Oh, he glittered away fast. The game didn't even want him to hear no more. There we go. Hurry up and die, Edward. In the end, both you and I are headed to hell. Why don't we pay for our misdeeds with disgrace and shame like true pirates? It's okay. You made it out of rehab. We were all there for you. We all came closer on this trip. I admit, I was a bit gloomy at the beginning. The ship will collapse. Let's go back. Well, with that attitude, Mash. Come on, Asteros. Hold on to me. Uriel. Alrighty. Usually these all have like 16 sections, right? We're on 9. Track down with dandies. Well, Edward Keach, the Scourge of the Ocean's gone, so we should be making progress, but I'm pretty sure Medusa's somewhere around here. I remember Medusa being around. Of course, we have to, since Uriel's a bully, we gotta keep using everyone else's archers. What I truly need to consider, though, yeah, I can't keep using I can't keep using her. I gotta use Jean. She only gets C-Star drops to males, and we don't have no males, because this is a gacha game. Those are rare. So if I finish... oh, dude, the crew! It's the crew! I love Medea Lily. Jason, I don't know about him. I haven't made up my mind about him. Excuse me, I'm coming in, Master. Hey, what's going on, my beloved? Lord Hector contacted us. It seems he caught Uriel. I see, alright. We were told if we offer up Uriel, we can obtain even more power. Me, I'll be more powerful than anyone. I'll be invincible. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yes, very. I think it would be extremely amazing, Master. Aw, dude, her before she got her heart broken. Medea Lily's more tragic than any other Lily. Well, I mean, I guess the Santa lilies have a hard time because it's always Christmas. It's always consumerism with those Santa lilies. I like your smile. Your smile's like the sun. It never fails to enrich my heart. Oh, but you seem a little tired. Are you alright? You've been the ship's power source for so long. I want you to tell me when it gets too hard. Okay, it's something to you. See, just a bit. It's just a bit. I can think about letting you rest. Thank you very much, but it's fine. Your words alone are enough for me to go on. Perfect, yes, that's how you should be. A woman who will become my lovely wife. As soon as Hector returns, let's go search for the you-know-what? Hidden immunity. I mean, where the hell is it? There's still haven't received any oracle. Correct. I assume that as soon as Lord Hector returns, I will receive an oracle showing where we must go. What's with all these problems? They always keep dragging me down. Trying to be a rapper, trying to grind, trying to get clout. And then there's you, Medea. Oh, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to blame them. I have a right to receive these oracles too. Why is it only you? What is it, Master? Nothing. Haste makes waste, I guess. He thinks he's so funny.
Funny name.
That's right, that must be it for now. I'll believe in your oracles and do my best as the captain. Yes, that's what we hope. Let's go welcome Lord Hector. We are members of the Agronauti... The Agronauts, that's what they are. Don't be adding A's and I's at the end of words to confuse me, game. Natsu's being a real elitist with his intelligence, I tell you what. Our undefeatable heroes. There's no way a random group like theirs can win. Yes, you're right. We are the strongest. There's no mistake. Our strength is unparalleled. And then Jason was like, look at me. I spent my hard-earned labor wages on this boat. And by that I mean I bought it at the boat convention so I could help a non-profit organization. This is my second time playing. But I can't keep up with what Singularities. I think I made it through like all the way to Babylonia without skipping, and I read it all in my first playthrough. This is my second playthrough. But I also took a break from the game for like 4 years. So I don't remember a lot. And I missed a lot. That's why I'm still on like... I just now got to Lost Belt 6. On a game that I've been playing since 2016. I just liked the Fate Stay Night anime. And then I was like, this has gotta be a role-playing game. It's set up like a role-playing game. It's got the mechanics of a role-playing game built into the plot. And then I found out this is the only turn-based role-playing game for Fate. So that is what I play. I own Extella Link. I should give it a try. It just does not look like my thing. And I think the Samurai game's the exact same, so if I don't enjoy Extella Link, I won't enjoy that one. But it's a Grail War in Samurai times. Maybe I should just watch a Let's Play of it. Anyone cool got a Let's Play of it? Gilgamesh is in a kimono in samurai times. How is that not like the video game of the year? Why did anyone even buy Assassin's Creed Shadows? They could have just bought the Fate game. It's the same thing. Both a disrespect to Japan. Yeah, I believe Fate Extella Link is like Dynasty Warriors, where you go around like, or whatever Warriors game where you go around like hitting people with swords and they all go, a billion people go flying around on the screen. That genre of video game. That seems like that'd make my computer lag. Master, I'm sure Blackbeard said Hector. Okay, we need to get checked out. If we can't just stay on this boat for an extra day. I gotta get to work. We can have one more day drinking, that's cool, but we need to get checkout going. And Orion's husband over there, he's a teddy bear. He doesn't have no credit card or ID. What's he gonna do for us? Like I said, I gotta go to work. I don't know if you girls need to be anywhere. Drake, I'm glad you gotten better. Oh, Dr. Roman's talking to us. We gotta see what's up. Something that isn't supposed to happen in the world of Magecraft. Really? Who's like that? Us, take the hint. Oh, dude, he's mad. Have we ever seen Orion so angry? Basically, what you're saying is Uriel isn't good enough to be kidnapped for fighting prowess. Well, that's not a reason for us not to save her. Plus, she's a great singer. Boo! Boo! She's a bully! I heard... See, you know what's wrong, MASH? Do you guys know that Uriel was bullying her? Making her cry? No, you don't need to cover this up, MASH. It's true. You see, she can do fun things with her hair, like braid it, put on a tiara, and you're just out here with it flat. No one's taking the time to ask you what you want to do with your hair. I don't know anything about the Fate Extra games. Fate Extra looks like a cool plot. I'd kinda want to play it, but I don't own a PSP no more. Oh, about time I gotta use a caster. Alright. What do you all got for me? Anybody wearing a bathing suit? Because it is the beach episode. No, they're not. I guess we'll have to go to this tab. We can't use a caster. Oh, we can use Tamamo, though. Is Extra bad? Because I enjoyed Extra Encore when I had the lore. But I don't know anything about the gameplay. Dude, it's lightning. What should we do, boss? Shut up, I'm thinking. The distance between us and that ship is about this much. The storm is a small range, perhaps. Depending on distance, it'll be a tailwind for them. The ship's armor is... Oh, that's right, since we use that for repairs. Alright. Why do they keep making bad video games when Natsu clearly wrote a superior video game into the plot of a visual novel, which means it's not a game we can play, but then proceeds to not give me the turn-based RPG Fate game I want? Why does he do this to me? Oh, dude, is it a rock, paper, scissors game? Is it like one of the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory situations? Let's see, bad news first. Alright, this Hector guy, who kidnaps whatever her name is, that bully girl, probably won't be affected by the storm. Honestly, we should leave her. I mean, I know I said she sings good, but you can't sing in the rain. Scientifically impossible. So what's the good news? Rejoice, guys. We're gonna raise all sails to cruise to top speed in this storm. Fast and the Furious 12. Email Captain Francis Drake. Let's have another exciting ride through the seas. How is that good news? Shut up or you'll get the boot. Anyways, get moving. She's gonna get us home. She ain't gonna let the company card get charged another day. Mash, Asteros, Lady Artemis, please help us out too. Of course, Demon Cringe as well. She's only the one that controls us and lets the story progress, but I guess I'll mention her. I'm Francis Drake. This bitch. Master, let's do our best. Come on, keep going. Boss, our ship won't last much more. Really? Really? It is pretty stable, isn't it? What, now you mention it, indeed. Did you forget? We used a bunch of dragon scales when we repaired this ship. It'll take more than this to sink us. This is no sail, but hey, Vikings were the one with dragon ships. That's cultural appropriation, Drake. We catch up? The Catch Up is a pretty good Drake song, though, I do admit. It's not them. That ship is bigger than ours. It's similar to Blackbeard's ship? Yes, but... It looks pretty beat up. Do you know... Okay, I'll ask you, since you were in the know. Do you know if the remake is gonna be rock, paper, scissors? Or is it gonna be something different? Something different. Might be cool. Looks pretty beat up. Oh, we got Tom in our party. Fate Extra music is playing as we speak. Let's get to it. Her hot beat is on. I like Tamamo. Probably saying her name wrong. Dude, FGO is gonna be 11. That's nuts. Different is good. I still can't believe someone today told me that I'm living in the past because I said that Persona 4 does not need a remake. It's true, it doesn't. It already got a remake. Has there been a game yet that's been remade twice? That's insane. Maybe Resident Evil. They said I was living in the past, and I'm like, but you're arguing that you want Atlas to sell you the same game over and over again. I don't like it because it reminds me of Pokemon. Sure, Fire Red and Leaf Green were needed, but then the other ones kind of just were like soulless and lame. But I'm an adult now, screw Pokemon. Dude, who needs to catch monsters when you got all these women fighting for you on a boat? I do like what I've been hearing of the Fate Extra soundtrack though. It kind of reminds me of the Digimon music. This Persona 4 Rewind. Because Persona Golden isn't good enough, I guess. Because it doesn't have Baton Pass or something. Unless it's gonna be like a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth situation or something. I haven't played Persona 3 Reload because I've bought in Persona 3 so many times, but it's like, that game is kind of simpler. The thing with Persona 4 is I don't really want to sit through the whole murder investigation again. They might have to change the murderer. Dude, yeah, the extra music reminds me of Cyber Sleuth, which is pretty good. I tried playing Digimon Survive on this channel. But then that game was different, so it was hard. Why are you connecting? Connects this victory. There we go. Dude, I want to get some interludes and rank ups happening, so I have some extra things to do. They don't want me to be happy. Thank goodness. Drake, are you afraid of ghosts? What a weird question to ask. We're in a kind of a life or death situation, MASH. We don't have time. We don't have time to debate your ghostyism today. People in this Fate universe just don't understand priorities. Like Shiro. Like, Shiro would be the one in the middle of a battle where if some woman had to open a door, he'd like abandon the battle to go open it for her. He'd get like 7 injuries doing so, and then he'd come back like it was nothing. Fucking Shiro Emiya. Dude, I'll put Artemis on the team for this time. One time. Not team murder yet, but it'll happen. Dude, does Ishtar kill anybody in her lore? Did she kill any children? If she did, we'll put her on the team. Oh no, my boss may be a worthless womanizer, but he's not brave enough to hit on a goddess like you. Let's just say your existence is important. Even if you fall into the level of a servant, divine spirits normally don't appear in this world. Just the mid ones, like Ishtar. So now that you've appeared, it'd be a waste not to use you, right? As a divine spirit, I'm low terror, you know. I use all the low tier fighters in Dragon Ball. Okay, they're probably not expecting any combat skills from a goddess like you. And everyone else plays Sparking now. Offer a god as a sacrifice. This is the only thing we expect from you. Oh, offered a home to the world. We can't tolerate being a part of an endless spiral. Oh, so this is Spira from Final Fantasy X. Like, get over it. Even if we take a little risk, we have to blow this world to pieces. What do y'all serve exactly? The government? Jason? Probably Jason. That's a good question. Who do you think this old man is serving? Probably Jason. In any case, asserting principles of anarchy is sure to meet interference in the end. She's talking about us. We're gonna interfere. Honestly, whether or not they'll come is like 50-50. It must be because Asteros was there. What? That is the Golden Hind! The Golden Hind! Hey, I heard someone say the Golden Hind. We caught up. Can't waste any more time. Let's ram into him. Are you ready, guys? We're gonna ram into him hard. Yup. Yes! Good. Let's land a hard one on that guy. Oh, Drake, calm down. Hey, Asteros, calm down, calm down. See, Orion agrees. He is in an attitude today. Those are some angry eyes. Nope, no good. Can I let him go? Letting him go now is like painting a target for the spear. Come there now. Now, there. Fine, I got it. Wait, 10 more seconds. The final countdown. Let's just get to it. We have no time for Orion simping today. Hot take, hot opinion. I've tried many an energy drink. I worked at a grocery store, so I try them all as they come out, working third shift. Mountain Dew does it for me more than any energy drink ever did. That is all. And it shouldn't, because doing the dew sucks, and I don't recommend. Alright, Artemis. Let's just take out that golem. He doesn't know us. So I talked about the Fate plot, the cool Fate anime I would make, where it takes place in like futuristic, super future, Magecraft is dead, magic is dead, Magecraft is dead, no one cares about that crap no more, right? Because it's a future, everybody Spiritron hacks and lives in like the moon cell type thing. Everyone's equal, there's no mages. There's someone in super private school. The protagonist is rival, her Shinji. She decides magic sounds cool. I found out about this Grail thing while hacking. Well, I got my brother to hack it for me because I don't actually know how to hack, but I pretend I'm a hacker. Yeah, she's that type of girl. She discovers the Grail War stuff, and she creates a Grail War to bring back true magic or something? I don't know. I've got to go back to the workshop. But the point is, it's Grail War. Where all 7 servants are all casters, and the main character's servant would be Castorian. I've been trying to figure out what other servants should be in it. I think Caster Cuchulainn would be cool. You can't have too many Fate Stay Night servants in there. But it also it matters because of who they're partnered with. That's a big thing of it. Merlin can't be there. Merlin would be perfect since Castori is there, but he can't be there because he's not dead. So he can't be on the Throne of Heroes. Caster, but then I still want to go for the meme of one of these like holiday servants just randomly being there. Just like Halloween Elizabeth Bathory is there. I know it doesn't need to be in specific order, but if you start with quick, you get that little extra few crit stars there. But it also bumps you up though just to have them in the order. That's the bonus it gives. So yeah. I mean, instead of Caster Cuchulainn, just could give Caster Medea another shot. Or maybe Medea Lily. I think Medea Lily would be cool. I don't know, who would be a perfect caster opponent for Castoria? That's the real question. Like, who would the rival servant be? The Gary Oak. I don't know, let me look down the list. Alright, so Castoria. You can't have Scadath Skady, no. That's too Fate Grand Order-ish. Oh, you would have to have her, actually, since she's like a physical monk who fights people with her fist instead of magic. I think she's making the cut. Waver, no. Tamamo's in Fate Extra, so she's not needed, really. I just don't know. Anastasia would be cool. And you could bring in Nero Claudius. You could have both Artoria and Nero in the same plot. I'm working on it. It'll be my hot new fan visual novel. That's not a lie, I would not make that. It'd be fun. I don't know. You know what? They can sell me on Ishtar. Sell me on... And she's got a kaleidoscope, so that works. We'll take her this one time. I gotta level up mine. Dude, it shocked me. This is from the visual novel OST. I thought they made it for the anime. That OST is nuts. Rather pirates than dragons, ladies, am I right? Oh, we can't say that in front of Elizabeth Bathory. That was rude. I need to get better just clearing out those first waves like y'all say. I try to figure it out, but some things are just too tempting to go for, and I don't know why. You should never on the first wave go for someone going all out attack there. Hector. Well, Rin Tosaka, you're just worthless here, as per usual. Nope, you go look up the original Fate Stay Night visual novel, Dissolution is on there. Well, let's see, this could do some damage. She is like level 90 after all this Ishtar. Get him. Should do probably like 20k. She had 20k on someone, yeah, she barely even scraped him. Yeah, it's just, when I diss on FGO, I'm not saying the plot's bad or nothing. Well, I mean, it is sometimes. But that's just my opinion. But like, it's because Fate Stay Night is so good. It just has so many layers of so many things going on. And everything else just kind of feels like cheap in comparison. Like, there's no Fate Grand Order plot that's ever gonna touch a Fate Stay Night route. Never. I mean, they could have with the Lost Belts and the Cryptors. But it's just too, you know, gotcha video game. Guess we're gonna go for a bunny girl Noble Phantasm here. Oh. Okay, so since you say I can do it in any order, wouldn't I be better off starting with Buster and then every attack would hit more? And if I start with Arts, my Noble Phantasm gauge goes up just as much, correct? I'm going to need some Noble Phantasm. She can take them out. I think I got that right. I mean, I just never see much of a boost from starting with Arts, though. Yeah, I should have started with Buster. That never does much for me. Oh no! Oh no, he's all charged up. Oh, Rin, you can die. You're kind of worthless anyway. You're cool. Here, some HP. I think this is the first time I've used these. Protector. Elizabeth Bathory, I don't know. You're a big girl. You can defend yourself. Oh, Ishtar, you just didn't make the cut. We're doing all this to protect the 1,000-year-old vampire, Lolly, just to remind everyone. If you mighty chain, it's always in for either art or quick. Okay, end with it. Gotcha. So if I end with quick, I'd get more C stars, or if I end with arts, I get... Okay. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. This is why we have to restart the whole game. Hey, Mash, what's up? I keep forgetting that, oh, gee, Mash just lets us do defense up. Isn't that cool? I miss that. Good old days. Ishtar, why are you still alive, silly pants? Okay. We can crush him with our boobs now. Okay, though, but what about the case of a Noble Phantasm? Wouldn't I want Noble Phantasm to always be last and it'd hit harder? Because, like, here, I would like her to just have the whole turn. But I got this silly little quick card over here, you see. Where would I put that? Would I put that last in line? Or would it ruin that? Well, first of all. Or it could just change it and redo our life. I don't know why I'm doing that, but sure. Start with Buster. She's got this. Well, hopefully she does. She is only level 60. She's not one of those elitist support servants with their grails and whatnot. Hey, that wasn't that good. I don't approve of that turn. Ishtar did more. Finally, she's out of here, am I right? But I guess that means... Oh, God. Oh, we got the whole crew here now. MP first, really? I thought that it was more powerful if it's last in line. See? I don't know anything. So speaking of class effectiveness, why isn't Ruler destroying Hector? Where is the effect of that? I thought Ruler was strong against everything, or did he take class effect? What did he do? Why are we hitting? See how this does. At least get some C-stars. Dude, she was hitting pretty fine until right now. I guess when it matters, she's good at clearing out, you know, peasants. Little Roman soldiers and pirates and whatnot. But like, how many servants have bunny ears, though? Have we considered this talking point? I mean, I do have Nitocris, this is true, so more than none. I think she hits pretty good. Look at that. That's better than Ruler over there. We almost had it. Almost had it. That's fine. I'll use my command seals. I'm not that embarrassed. That is an AoE. Oh, we had a bait. It's fine. Fine. That's what Mashu's job is, to take hits. Why are you blowing smoke in our face? Sir! This is a no-smoking boat. The disrespect. That's fine. There. You can know that I am the bone of my sword. You have a Fate Extra OST is pretty good. She's surprisingly tough. That's why I can't stand heroes with shields. Dude, he hates Captain America. I can't blame him. Well, this old man won through persistence. Dear me, I'm tired. So tired. Ah, it's a ship up ahead. It's a ship that I've never seen before. Did you say a ship you've never seen before?
I am bloodlusted right now.
It's a cell phone visual novel. Do you have to do this Danganronpa filler thing where we repeat each other to make the game longer? They don't need to do this to me. Sorry, small nitpick. Yes, thanks for that. My current superior is on that ship. Oh, now time for a counter-strike. This old man's gonna be serious about it now, yeah? Dude, Jason? I do have a few Fate Grand Order songs, because there is a few good ones. I just don't like very much the ones here in the beginning. I've heard them too many times. I feel like they break out the good stuff for the events. Alright. No, we need an archer. But we're not taking Rin. She's garbage. Take unlimited blade works, it's true. The greatest hero. Andy's got Kaleidoscope, he's ready to go. This is not my first time playing the Singularity, this is my second playthrough, but first time I played it was like 6 years ago. I played it on an Android Phoenix It was called like it was an LG Phoenix. I got it for $30 at my local Kroger because I broke my iPhone and I really needed to send a text message. You know, because it's the modern day. What will I do without my phone? And I put my SIM card in it. This game lagged. That was a $30 smartphone. This game lagged so bad, so it was okay. I had time to read all this because I wasn't in a hurry. Alright, found them. Okay, Hercules. Let's send these scrappy masses gathered there a hearty greeting. What did you just say to me? Jason. What? They threw a boulder. They're throwing rocks at us now? Oh my god. Dude, I wish Gilgamesh would bitch slap Jason in the face for acting like he's king or cool with anything. He's a little bitch. He managed to barely catch it. He probably don't even lift. What a loser. That barbarian over there. What is that, a werebeast? A tribal tattoo? This day and age. Ugh. Oh, that's probably Lord Asteros, otherwise known as the Minotaur. A tragic child born from the union of a divine bull and a human. So he's into bestiality, got it. They're really short on talent, aren't they? Haha. Hector, you seem to be in trouble. Need help? Yes. Oh shit, do we gotta fight Hercules? He has like 9 lives. I can't handle that. I mean, Emmy is with us, maybe. No problem, Hector. That goddess is there, and you have the Holy Grail? Then all is well. While we're at it, let's settle the score once and for all. You, the evildoers, trying to correct the world, and us, the heroes, trying to make it right. So, I had a discussion. I think it came from one of the Death Note, one of those Korean Swede Death Note videos about how the difference between a superhero and a supervillain is a superhero would say save the world and a villain would say fix. Now, make it right versus correct. I think everyone here is a bad villain. A suitable finale for the Holy Grail War. And this old man will take this opportunity. He jumped and ran away. Loser. Let that old guy go. The problem we have here is very important. Okay. Hold on, Mr. Faceless. Don't be standing up like you're a main character or nothing. Us cool kids got this. I made a video called Fuyuki's on Fire. You know how Otaku Daikun makes those videos that catches you up on all the lore? Well, I made one of those too, and it's shorter than his, so you should watch it. It's very informative. I recap the lore just as it is, which is, I got a job at a place and I still don't know what's going on. That's fine. We're beating up pirates on a ship with a bunny girl and a noble phantasm loaded and ready to go. They want to take my rights away from me. I already checked my luggage into the storage. They ain't gonna make me, like, do nothing. I've done my part for boat security today. Ingramainu, I don't owe him no taxes either. It's not time yet, Archer. It's not time yet. Alrighty. Do you all... Okay, so if I want arts up, I use arts last, they say. I would really like her arts to go up, so let's see. Or Archie will just kill him, that's fine. Oh. Well, I am the bone of my sword, I guess, for 15k damage. That's nothing. That's nothing. Dude, wasn't this recent? This here skill? It's the best. I love that he can be arts whenever he wants. Okay, you all say use it first, so I will. Dude, he deserves it. And honestly, it's better for Heroic Spear Emiya, because he couldn't do this to Shiro in Unlimited Blade Works. He didn't get to do this in any route. He has a whole reality marble just to stab someone with 80 billion swords, you know, and he never gets to use it, so any chance we can get probably makes him feel better he didn't, like, kill a human being today. Respect your Emias. If you got any garbage mobs to get rid of, get an Emia out of support. Make him happy. Make his day. Oh, the Argo. Yeah, you got right. Damn, those are real Argonauts, am I right? The ship of adventurers who set seeking the Golden Fleece. That's like the Holy Grail, but in a different culture. Likely mankind's first and strongest pirates. Okay, they did things. Might learn about the Argonauts later. Were they real? Was it a legend? Who were they? So disrespectful, Minotaur. My name should be called with awe and worship. Like you said, I would love Gilgamesh just to look at him and him like piss his pants or something. I don't know if there's ever been a Jason Gill scene in any of the events or like Carnival Phantasm. But as you are an ugly monster fated for death, I shall grant you forgiveness. What do we do, Captain? Should we crush them here now? I'll check my friend request soon. Once I dispense justice on these pretender boys. The justice makes me feel so good. Oh, you're gonna get justice. Just keep your Hercules away from me. Dr. Roman's here. I recommend you withdraw. It's impossible since we already have Uriel. It's better to retreat. But Doctor! Powerful heroes were gathered as Agronauts, but there's one exceptional hero among us. Guys! You know what we deal with in the Lost Belts. Listen to Dr. Roman over here, acting like the Agronauts. Jason and the Agronauts is anything. Please. Please. That's the funniest joke we heard all day. Did you know that the Greek gods are aliens in another universe? Shush. Yes, the greatest hero of Greek mythology. He who overcame the 12 labors. Hercules. Oh, hey. He's a family murderer. If we had a family murderer team, maybe we'd get him. He said some rude words, that's why they never show it.
Insane manipulation grind.
Alrighty. You got Skady over here. Who dat? Oh wait, Nita Chris Alter, did she go through an attitude era? Is my cute little bunny Egyptian girl gonna go down the wrong path in life? Say it ain't so. That's not cool. Alright, we're gonna go punch Jason in the head. I think that's what we're doing. And Hercules for being a kinslayer. Who wants to come with us? Just a reminder, I pulled Jolter on my personal game today. And it was because I listened to the Shadow the Hedgehog theme song. So currently on this channel, I've statistically proven 3 out of 3 times I listened to Sonic music, I got a 5-star and a gotcha. Statistically proven, so everybody try it for themselves. You can't win, as if you could. Hercules traveled everywhere, fought every monster. He's bigger than your dad. He was undefeated, and ultimately rose to become a god. He's not like you, 2nd and 3rd raters. You trash mobs are fated to be ripped to shreds. Of course, as a summoned servant, he does lack 2 things. Intelligence and dignity. He's just a vicious stray dog now. Serves him right, I'd say. Now, hand her over. If you do, I'll stop sending Hercules to attack you. What do you say, masterish entity? Don't even talk to me. Don't. You suck. I see. You are very courageous. I really, really, really like you. You have such a cute servant, too. Good, very good. You're just like a hero. Woo, so cool. Geez, so cocky for the likes of trash. Can you perish now, servants? You're the one who won't shut up, Jason. Medea, my beloved Medea. Yes, are you calling me master? I am not a Sonic fan. I argue there hasn't been a good Sonic game since Sonic Adventure 2. And the only reason Adventure 2 was good was because of the Chao Garden. Let's be honest with ourselves. And Shadow the Hedgehog, of course. But that Frontier soundtrack, it's my favorite 2010s emo music I've ever heard. And it came out in, like, not the 2010s. The time-traveling album. Ari repented. I'll never betray you again. Little brother in pieces. Sometimes you say strange things, master. That's right, Lord Jason was like this. Now you are like this. That's why details don't matter. I'm the first disciple of Hecate, goddess of magecraft. Princess Medea will make your desires come true. Oh, I know this. It's called DV. Desperate bitch disorder. And Hercules, you shall go too. I'll be looking after you two from here. He sends his wife to the front line, but doesn't fight himself. A master, maybe he is a... Just a trivial boss, let's go. I'm ready, I'm ready. Fucking Jason telling me how it is. I think. Dude, like I said, better. Fucking Gilgamesh, I hope he didn't overhear any of that. He would have been so mad. Like, usually, something amazing's gotta happen for Gilgamesh to lift a finger in a Grail war. We all know this. But dude, I think if someone had Jason as a servant, he'd just bitch smack them. He'd bitch smack them to where they glittered away, and then he'd be like, that's all I need to do in this Grail war. And that'd be it. There, I wrote another plot. That Dragon-Toothed Warrior didn't have a chance. Gilgamesh opened up... Now, he gets all those weapons back. I just assume they all materialize back into his Disney vault somewhere because, like... That's a huge waste right there. Like, how many magical treasures has he got in that vault? I should have put Buster first. I gotta break the old habit of playing bad. It's not time yet, Gil. I just like the animation where she grows the dragon wings and just pierces a motherfucker. That's my favorite Elizabeth Bathory moment. And that time she was Cinderella and kicks her enemies in the mirror. That is really entertaining as well. Alright, here we go. Think Unlimited Blade Works. I really wish it was just... Well, like I said, I guess Gil Jr. kind of has the Unlimited Blade Works thing going on. It's just, I thought he doesn't pull out his sword for nothing. He just pulled him out on 2 Dragon-Toothed Warriors. It's not that serious, Gil. You could have just, like, opened up, like, 100 gates. That would have been cool, too. I guess you don't want to be too much like Archer. It's not time for the bone of our sword. Well, I think, are we going against Hercules or not? Because you need Archer and Mia for that. That's his thing. I haven't watched the Fate route. I do know he, like, sacrifices himself to take out, like, 12 of Hercules' lives or something nuts. That's why he doesn't ever get time to kill Shiro. He's too busy killing Hercules, like, 80 times. I gotta pick Andrew's servants a lot, you see, because I let one of his servants die last stream, and it's just been weighing on my conscience. This should be good enough. Look at their numbers with just the Dragon Tooth Warriors. Familiars created from Dragon Fangs. That's Hakati's specialty, right? That sparkly kid, is that really Medea? That's weird. I thought those were those movies. You know, where that person, like, does the drag, and then they're the old lady, and then they're mad about things. The Medea movies. Diary of a Mad Black Woman or something. Orion, please. The Dragon Tooth soldiers wait before you are defeated. Don't you even question their weight. I don't know what's happening anymore. Take that, you're so damn annoying, get lost. I'm just so glad that Drake found sobriety. She's the most normal person on this boat now. Urel, it's you they're after. Stay with Asteros. Rest assured. I can't do that. Stand back. Wait, are you getting in my way? Things to say. The second wave is coming. Thank you for letting us know, Mash. I'm ready. Second wave, though. Still don't need unlimited blade works. That's fine. Okay. 2 enemies, 10,000 HP. I can't clear them out in one turn. Elizabeth Bathory will not allow. Maybe we can get one out in one turn. I hear... Oh no. Maybe I could have. Everyone is level 50-60 anyway. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I just do whatever. I like staring at the animations. I like how fluid they are. I don't play many of the crazy graphical games you see. I only need simple things. We'll do this. Just because. No reason for that. Just because I like seeing Archeremia. I love it. Seeing him hit people with his little swords. Those are real swords, by the way. You can go see those at a Chinese museum. They don't look all futuristic like that, of course, but they're real. Got little yin-yangs on them and everything. Alright, now, they'll know that I am the bone of my sword. Don't mess with me. I have attitude. I'm Archeremia. Even though, don't be confused by stripper girl King Arthur and the child killer Elizabeth Bathory. I've learned so much about Fate today. Today was very productive, even though it was Okinawas. That place that Iskandar wanted to go, but he couldn't go there because he was dead. That's my summary of Fate Zero. 57 sea stars, I'll never get to use that. Hercules, let's go. Okay. There's Caster here. I'm hoping the Caster is Medea Lily. I hope we're just getting to it. I thought Medusa was in the Singularity. I guess I was mistaken. Now I have that fancy 5-star rider, The one there in the corner up next to my user ID. Whatever his name is. But I like Medusa. I'm not ready to level him up yet. I don't know him. I don't know where he's from. They have strong bodies and minds. Alright, I'll go too, Master. Yes, I'm counting on you, my Medea. Although Hercules alone is not enough, with your victories assured. Victories assured. Here she comes, Princess Medea, a mage known as a witch in Greece, where magecraft was mainstream back before it fell off and everyone started using chisels and hammers. What people back then, I tell you. The witch of Caucasus, whose skills rank among the top 5 in the world. I will offer everything, dispose of everything, and sacrifice everything. To be at least number 2, I don't deserve to be outranked by Castoria. Are you kidding me? She was never even into magecraft. She's just an alternate version that was. It's not fair. Oh, Medea Lily, you might need a nap. Even without reward, even gaining nothing. That is the reason I left the island. That Watch Mojo list was just... Prepare yourself, everyone. I'm not the best at fighting. So please forgive me if I make you suffer. Aw, that's mean. Let's go! Still doing this, I see. Medea will be at the end, though, that's fine. So we will charge her up. Oh, she doesn't have the skill I need, never mind. But since she is the last art card, then it still should be that she gets the most NP, I'm assuming. Oh god, that piano in the OG Fate Stay Night OST is pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, you got this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a way to get arts, I see. And thanks everybody, I learned how to play the game today. We've really made some progress. Hopefully you can get a little bit from this snow art. Yeah. And we're saving it for Medea. Alrighty. How to clear a whole bunch of scrubs. So if I end with quick, then I drop sea stars. That's a few, I guess. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Said learning how to play the game, it's great. We aren't gonna need sea stars next turn, so let's just end it in that skeleton's second life, I guess. Alright. So then what would be the best order to do this in? We always say Buster first, so Buster, boom, boom. And then if I end with her, I can raise her MP back up. That's ideal, that's what I'm doing. Right move, I hope. I am the bone of my sword. So as I pray, Unlimited blade work. She's gonna use this on your boy Hercules. I don't remember if we actually fight Hercules or not. He could just be all show. I do love that she's Rider and she doesn't even have her Pegasus and Unlimited Blade Works. Ooh, girl. 51 C stars, you are not gonna like your life next turn. Except for you're lucky that Rider didn't get any cards. You're dang lucky. Archer could still drop some. Okay, said gotta get in the habit of Buster first. This will get me some C stars. And then since I did not get any Medusa cards, she ideally is gonna have all the cards next turn with all the C stars, and then we win. No further noble phantasms needed. I'm pretty sure I used a command seal on this fight back in the day, but not no more, thanks to the great improvements from the advice of the chat, because I guess the game didn't explain it to me very well. Look at that, dead. We still gotta check on that Jason boy. What's he gonna do without his girlfriend protecting him? Medusa, pretty good. We didn't even need Ruler here. Impressive. Just what you'd expect from someone who's already crushed 2 eras. Ooh! Don't take credit for that, Fu. You didn't do anything. At this rate, we'll make it somehow. Thank goodness, she really is a lousy fighter, but the problem is the other one. What, Jason? Dude, he can go to Loserville with Edward Teach. We ain't gonna behead him either. That ain't even worth the friggin' steel to be bothered. I guess we're gonna get some AD again. And an Archer. The Berserker, I'm assuming Hercules? We don't need Emiya though. We have a Foreigner. Medusa was pretty good, but should I get a better Rider? Because I have an alter ego, Foreigner. Oh, I should use the teapot. I gotta remember to use the teapot. Now, Rider Alteria Pendragon Alter, you all say is garbage. You told me she's not worth no 5 stars. But I like her, so she's coming. I can't believe you guys said those mean things about her. So disrespectful. Not that one. Not that one. You know what? This is a good one. Did you all remember that I have Jeanne d'Arc? It's true. No one said she's banned from being here. True, she doesn't have a bathing suit, but I don't think we've spent any time on the damn beach anyways. We've been on boats the whole time, so it qualifies. I'm sorry, I can't take them down by myself. I don't have a swimsuit either, so I think it's very fair that she brought Jeanne d'Arc with her in this battle. Thank you, Medea Lily, you got my back. Hercules, it's your turn, brave one. Yeah, I know, Mash. Fucking rude. Don't leave my side. What are you saying? Of course I'd flee without hesitation. That's Hercules, the strongest hero in the history of mankind. He's like a walking disaster. A man who walks into an avalanche is no hero, he's just a dimwit. I've seen so many dimwits. One of them being my sister. I know. In that case. But if somebody needs, then I will, because I am a monster. Killed many children. Well, Asteros, you're gonna be joining your boy Caligula on the team. So I will fight. I will go. I fight. They're coming. You won't have her. There might be multiple child killer teams. Dude, that Yuri guy's had some awful waifu tier list opinions. I'm opinion bashing, I don't care. You don't put Simmet Romulus that low on the list. Disturbing, really. Okay, whatever I think I want to do, I just do the opposite of that, and I think it'll be good. Hot Fate Grand Order tip of the day. Something. Alright, I thought I got sent something important, stream related, but it was just one of those memes. A random meme. It's happened to me, I think it happened to you. So like, let's say you had a family member that died, and maybe you're like in shock and it's terrible, and you haven't had time to inform the world because you're just processing it yourself, and someone sends you a meme. Do you think that meme's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life? I don't know. Deep questions. So here's Hercules. I hope you don't pull no bullshit. He doesn't have a master. No one has no command seals on him. The most he can do is use guts, and everyone else does that anyway. So Hercules actually ain't that special as a boss. And we can throw him a concert. That'll make him feel so much better. We got 2 pop idols here. And a maid. Why are you guys in such a crappy mood? This is awesome. Elizabeth thinks so. Let's get some sea stars, why not? He's gonna hit us really hard though, and it's gonna hurt. Aw, dude, he just smacked her in the face with his dick sword. Alrighty. We don't need to do anything special. Who do we think we are? Turn her fucking mop. Get out of here with this. That's why I like her. That's why she's one of my favorite servants. She's fucking ridiculous. Can we admit that? There's too many aesthetics going on with her. Because she's got the fucking motorcycle. It's time to bring out the motorcycle. We're not even gonna use the motorcycle on Medea. What's she gonna do? Heal people? Shit's fucking ridiculous. I forgot how much she mopped. Mops the floor with their feelings, I suppose.
Now that's a funny meme.
No, I didn't deserve that. Yeah, gonna pop her in the fucking face. Well, no, you all say lead with the Noble Phantasm, but let's start with Buster. Nothing wrong with that, right? I can do that right. There's Disillusion again. Dude, Medea Lily, get a better man. Look at Salter here. Look at her and her fucking motorcycle, and she's a maid, and she can clean with the broom, and it turns into a gun that I think shoots water because she's actually a summer servant, and it needs to be a water gun to justify whatever the hell this is and on the water. So, okay, bye Hercules. Bye. She's amazing. I love her. Alrighty. How do we smack her in the face? You know, it would have been cool if we could have threw her a concert. That would have made her feel better. If we threw her a concert that was about her inner woman and how fierce she could be, then she wouldn't be in this mess. She would leave that Jason guy. He's so bad for her. Oh, yes! I mean, no, it's a shame. Medea Lily, no. Did you give us a cool drop, though, at least? We didn't even need John Dart. Dude, London, I can't even... I heard someone told me that I should do the London Tower after London, and I think that's what... This is the Getting Good series now. We've got to get good enough for me to pass the London Tower. If I can't do that, we can't continue the game, it's true. But we got all the 5 stars in the world right now, as we can see from my screen. The 5 stars don't mean nothing. No, it's no good. I'm still picking up a reaction. Dude, we only got 1 left. This little scrub right here. No, there's gonna be a demon pillar, of course, after this. Ain't no way Jason would ever be the last boss in anything. Oh, effort, so much effort. So I've got some news for you guys. About Hercules, he's immortal. What? Hercules' most famous legend, the 12 labors given by the gods. Since he's overcome them all, he's been granted that many lives as a reward. In other words, you have to defeat him 11 more times. Good. No, we're not. No way, 11 more times. He doesn't have a craft essence that lets him do that. Impossible, that's just cheating. Retreat, everyone retreat. Come on back to the ship. Great, this is the best, using overwhelming violence to oust our enemies. He is the last boss? Oh my gosh. Dude, the freaking demon pillars don't even want to hang out with him. He sucks so bad. Dude, if Gilgamesh is on the opposite side of the moon cell, Jason must be like, not even in the moon cell. He's not even invited. Oh, so this is the Holy Grail. Well, I suppose this is sufficient to be king of this world. I'm gonna tell Gilgamesh the shit you've been saying, Pretender. He wouldn't even, he probably wouldn't even care. Just be like, oh, that mongrel. I only regret that this previous owner was a lowly pirate. Now all I need is Uro and the Ark. Then I'll have everything I need. Woo! Ark. Did he say the Ark? Captain, you sure it's okay to disclose that? It's fine, Hector. They wouldn't have the slightest clue. They're smooth brains. Brain broken, if you will. They know nothing of this Ark. Not of this world. Minotaur is a child killer. He might have to go on the child team. Well, we don't know that, though. He just claimed that. Hey, we need the child murder team once in a while. And he's like a 1-star, so he won't take up any cost. Well, I think the lack of understanding is mutual. Now, Hercules, finish him off. He doesn't want to. Dude, Hercules, you don't gotta listen to him. Asteros, tell him to stop. Crap. Dude. Oh, this is not good. No way, knock it off, Hercules. This will wreck all my plans. Don't kill that woman. Asteros. Dude. You got this. Minotaur versus Kaiju. Dude. Like, canon Gilgamesh or like fake Grand Order Gilgamesh? How many grails we talking? Dude, is he gonna be actually, like, when we get to whatever's coming up next, is he just gonna be the ultimate antagonist? All fake Grand Order is his fault because he keeps throwing grails to everyone who asks? Yes, just what you'd expect of a Minotaur, though only once he ultimately pushed Hercules back. Don't you dare. Come over here, Uriel. Why go so far to protect her? You're a pirate, knowing no love nor romance, only desire, so why? Ha, you don't understand. I might be inhuman. Okay, they're having a girls' day. We can't. I came here to play at the beach. So Hercules, I don't know about all that. Look at all that though. We'd be swimming in embers. We didn't even use all of them last time. Ooh, and a new month. I believe I already bought summon tickets though. Just to have. Haven't used them yet. Could use the summon tickets on Jolter. I think that would be a mistake. Wait, we don't need Jolter in this playthrough. For what? It's not Avenger time. We're not gonna go against the ruler for a minute. Alright. Nemia though, just in case. Just in case. You always need Nemia. Alright. Nemia with a cast with a Nidocris. There we go. Perfect. I keep forgetting to use my teapots. Lost Ark of the Covenant, Indiana Jones? I thought this was more high-brained than that. I see. Master, what do you think we should do for now on? About that arc they mentioned. I don't know. I was on, like, Exodius. I haven't got to the part of the Bible with this whole Ark of the Covenant. So, is it from Indiana Jones or is it in the Bible? I don't know. What lesson you gonna learn from don't touch that thing in the box? Doctor, please explain. The Ark contains the 10 Commandments. Okay, he's gonna inform me. The Ark contains the 10 Commandments that Moses, leader ancient Israel, received from God. From a historical standpoint, it's a relic equivalent to the true Holy Grail. Why? They're just tablets. So it has no worth as treasure then. What a pity. That's what Jason and the Agronauts are searching for. I'm certain that's what he said. Holy Grail is way cooler. Like, you're not supposed to look at the Ark of the Covenant. Holy Grail, you can look at that all day. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to look at Angry Mainu's face either, mind you, but you don't always have to. With that Mr. Blackbeard gone, the Singularity stands. Which means we should assume that Jason, captain of the Agronauts, we know! He's that guy that sucks. Why do you need to keep giving him his title? He doesn't deserve no title. For what? Is the Singularity. Dude, I remember back in the day. I remember there were no guaranteed 5 stars, no guaranteed rolls, and yeah, you'd get like one ember at the end of battle. Good for you. Oh, hype song, we gotta go. Hercules? This is the worst vacation, worst beach trip ever. Everyone's so self-absorbed. All about themselves. All about this stupid 1,000-year-old vampire girl. People need to chill. We came here to relax. Ruler Arturia understands. Nitocris is always cool. Is the guaranteed gacha lie? So if I spent 900 Saint Quartz, I wouldn't get all the servants on the banner? The guaranteed SSR is garbage because I got Ishtar. I didn't want her. I'd rather have another Nitocris than an Ishtar. That's not Hercules, that's just a ghost. They need to stop this. I gotta switch to arts. Well, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing then and play Sonic music when I roll. I've gotten every 5-star I've wanted this week. Only with 2 games combined, 120 Saint Quartz, I think that's a really good deal. But only the good Sonic music. You don't listen to the bad Sonic music. I don't know what the bad Sonic music is, but like, if it doesn't make you think about a black hedgehog running through the city fighting the president, it's not a good Sonic song. Oh please, we can just play it by ear. She says she knows what she thinks about Sonic songs, but she don't even know. Green Hill Zone is actually my favorite. Drake, I can't with you today. What Jason said was correct. Neither of us had any leads. Though we have a better chance because I'm here instead of the incompetent captain. Well, it's true. But Jason's worthless. At least you're probably a better captain. Oh, dude, they're questioning rank now. Getting serious. He's not a bad... Orion? No. You don't defend Jason around here. Senpai, I don't understand which part of him is not a bad guy. How do we always have time for these crazy conversations when the world's ending? Right, okay, I take it back. He's not a good guy. He's a scumbag with a terrible personality, but has power. Orion, you suck. We're greedy and shameless. We live by dreaming of achieving the impossible. Isn't that right, Demon Cringe? Don't bring me into this. Not as much as you, Drake. She just got out of rehab. We gotta say really nice things about her. Sonic music's great. Find your flame? I found it. I also like the hanging on to the other side. That one, the one that sounds like an Asking Alexandria song. But Korshido, Crush 40. Alright, who's got a cool caster for me? We've used a lot of Andrew. I think I've repented for my crimes. Here we get some AoE. I really like Salter Berserker over there. I mean, Jolter Berserker. You know who I mean. That yellow-eyed girl, that one. We're gonna rush it. Now I turned that up because that's hell of a soundtrack. That cassette B soundtrack, that's the OST to watch right there. But as I said, it makes sense. You can't put out a music-themed game and have bad music. That would just be terrible. I need to get live and learn. Oh, I didn't live and learn to use the attacks right. She's gonna kill him anyway. Oh, dude, we're gonna have... Good job, Arturia. Okay, you all got this. You wanna buster him? Dude, that golden lion gets me every time. Oh, that's cool, because that's what she was in, Camelot. The Lion King. Not to be confused with that garbage live-action one, or the good one. I should start with Buster again. I'm not learning my lesson. Said need to break the habit. I'm just so used to always putting quick first. Okay, now we're gonna rain down upon hell. Nitocris. This seems to be a whole lot of not Jason we're fighting. Where do you get all these skeletons? Are these the Agronauts? Making bad puns, that's okay. Shadow the Hedgehog's got our back.
Now that's a funny name.
You got this, Nero. Dude, she's got the coolest, most expressive eyes out of all the Saber faces. I mean, if we're gonna talk small details. Done. Thank you, Nero Claudius. I'll just imagine she had the violin. Her sword's so cool. I need me a cosplay Nero sword. Alright, we need to finish this. Cool, they're on the boat. Jason, you bitch ass. Get out here and take your beating. Tired of this snakes and skeleton shenanigans. Get out here, you bitch. Alright, just gonna run through again. Grab that Nero Claudius again. He gets shit done. If she's here. I'm not finding her. Don't you do this to me, support list. Dude, Draco? Yeah, that's a good get. I should've went for her. I got Tiamat, though. I really like Tiamat. Actually, you know what? Boom. I'll get Tiamat. She'll help clear this out. Someone's gotta have a Tiamat. It's Draco. Yeah, she's got this. Now, do they still do the thing where if they're not your friend, the noble fan, their noble phantasm doesn't work or whatever? I think that ain't true. I've used many a weird support servant. Dude, I didn't want Draco because she looked weird, but then I remembered her, like, last ascension's actually really cool. Here, just get rid of him. The only thing that sucks about putting arcs in the back is this attack's probably gonna clear the whole wave. And then nothing for me. Thank goodness. I don't know whose Tiamat this is, but she gets the job done. I bid you, rise up, gamers! That's why people like her, right? She's the Gamergate god. We need a gotcha, Gamergate. I don't know what for, but we need something. Alright, you know. I need to make sure next time around, start leveling up the skills as well. That'll work. Oh. Tiamat, save some for the rest. I'm ready for a real battle now. I guess no Jason still. What a bitch. That's okay. Could you imagine if they let you, get an ability to save your noble phantasm for the next battle? That'd be insane. I don't think they'd go that far. I want to get to Jason. I have no time for this interpersonal, oh, why do peanuts come in shells? Questions or whatever they're talking about in a life or death situation. Okay, last arc of the government. When I see a chapter like that, Do I even have a saber? I mean, I have a saber. No, we need archers. We always need archers because Uriel got kicked out of the team. Jeanne d'Arc. Ever said I really like her. I like this picture too. I don't even think I have a saber on any of these teams. Oh yeah, there she is! I barely gotten to even use her. Okay. Let's go. I already forgot what all my craft essences do, not gonna lie. But hey, we figured out... These two jokers are here. No! No, no, no! We're fighting Jason, don't you distract us. Not doing that, Atalanta. I don't care what children got murdered today. I have a child murder team. Go take it out on them. None of them are in this battle. Masteros is getting added to it. Is everyone excited? New month, new things in the shop. You can add more command codes. I've heard people say they don't bother putting those on until they collect all the beast footprints. I might start that up too, because I can't keep track of what needs upgraded and whatnot. Okay, no foolishness. We're running through the woods looking for that Jason. We're not taking this shit no more. It's Ark of the Covenant. He didn't even apologize for the things he said. Now we gotta do this whole religious thing? I don't understand. Oh, this is the third battle. I don't know why I did that. I don't need it. I guess I can use arts. She can take him out with powered dolphins. Boom. Dude, Saber Her is pretty cool. I should go level her up in my other game. Looks like she gets a lot of hits in. I don't know, like I said, I need to pull up the wiki chart on who's actually good and who actually sucks. That's all I need. I need someone just to make me a list on who the actual best servants are. Actual battle-wise, so I stop bringing Medea in and saying she's the best ever. She is, though. She's saved me many times. There's no reason for me to do this. I just want to see how much they gain. How we got C stars. I should end it. Yeah, first time I played this game, command codes didn't exist, so I think I don't need them this time around. It doesn't look like they changed any of these battles or anything. Alright, Jason, are you here? You gonna use Atlantia to protect you now? We're not doing that. No. I came to the beach, not the woods. We already went camping. That was called France. Ugh.
I am bloodlusted right now.
But if I look at the list, it might spoil me, and I can't bond with my lovely Ishtar. Okay, defeat Hercules. Let's go. I have an assassin, so we'll go foreigner. So, I don't like Van Gogh, because I don't get it. Van Gogh's too complicated for me. I do like her, though, actually. Real talk. I don't know how to say her name. Astria. She's good. if you know how to use her, and now I'm smarter because I learned today. You know what? We'll go with her. Perfect. I like the Lady Justice. It's my favorite thing about going into a boring-ass courtroom. Blind woman with a snake. Scales. What I figured to do with her is just generate all the sea stars in the world. I got that one craft essence that like raises your sea star drop rate by like something crazy, like 25%. And then I have that totally maxed out in level 100. I put that on her. It's a good time. We don't need no sea stars. Let the motherfuckers burn. Boom. Well, that was just a waste. Alright. Oh no, we'll do this. I like her. She reminds me of like a Rumiko Takashi character. Like she could be in Ranma 1/2. Where she's gonna become a Gundam pilot or something insane. We'll take sea stars. Alright, you dragon motherfucker, you wanna step at me? At me? I can't believe I've been selecting the command cards backwards this whole time. This is your fault, dragon. I used the command seal to fight the last boss in that Budiki or whatever it's called, the Singularity before the Fae Lost belt. I didn't enjoy that. I didn't like that very much. Then they'll just give you like the Mystic Toads that just feel OP. That's just like, oh, select this and it takes a third of their HP away. And it gives it like a cooldown rate of 3. What? Alright, who's the assassin of choice today? What's going on in that fish? I love her. I love shooting Doji. I never had her and I want her. I might roll for her on my personal game next she's up. I just love all the summer servants. I have so many summer servants. I have a ton of summer servants actually. And I love them all. And I've never been up. Yeah, cool. Not only did I get Jolter, but I also got 3 Queen Med Summer. I didn't have her yet. And I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them on exactly 1 roll. It's true. That statistically doesn't seem possible, but it happened. I don't know how to say her name. Queen Meb. Whatever, dragon, catch this. Man. That ruler Artoria hits like a wet noodle. She was hitting so good earlier. I guess she doesn't want to do much work anymore. You hate to see it happen. Shuten's Noble Phantasm is so cool. Even when it doesn't kill everybody, that I forgive her. She isn't my favorite at all in design, no. But the sword makes up for it. I grew up an Inuyasha fan, so I just like to imagine her as just like a female Shishomaru because she does that claw thing. I mean, that's probably where that came from for Shishomaru. Probably whatever she is in Japanese yokai lore. Yokai. Oh, do you not have it? You don't got your Noble Phantasm built up yet? Sad. Only 75%. Oh well, this'll probably end it, honestly. There. I have her sister, her Berserker sister. I'm really liking Berserker Jolter though. I don't remember what that does. We don't need to use that right now. We're killing dragons. I unfortunately am a smooth brain and I can watch anime. If they say the name, I know it, but I can never read these Japanese and Chinese names. I don't know how to pronounce them, and I'm sure I'm always pronouncing them wrong. This is Otika, I think, but she's Pittsburgh Steelers assassin. In this localization, I'm a localizer. Y'all enjoyed 4Kids back in the day. Here on this program, everyone's name is Karen and Sarah. So Saka Bahimi, though, we'll say her name with respect. She's actually, like, she's kind of worthless. It's true. I admit this. But she's one of my favorite servants. Because, you know, all the events where she just decides that humanity can just go away, or she's gonna go live in a pyramid in the sky, because she just wants to, you know, be on her computer and her tablet in her room all day. I feel that. Who hasn't been there? I mean, maybe Osaka Bahimi is good. I just never have her paired with the right people, I guess. I like Tiamat. Let's bring her out again. I'm assuming in the plot we're going after the Ark of the Covenant and we're gonna beat up Hercules now, since it's the last. And then we're gonna get Jason. He's got... No, but Atalanta's out here. How many friends does Loser have? Ridiculous. Like, I'm just so mad at him. The way he treats Medea. We probably gotta fight her again. Well, maybe she glittered away. I don't know. Who's he hanging out with? They said Adelina can go consult Caligula and Elizabeth Bathory. I don't have time for her. Alrighty. So many chimeras. No, we'll do this. Perfect. Oh, I'm fighting Hercules with Tiamat. That's fine. Berserkers are weak against life. If you were in a Grail War, would you summon a Berserker? I wouldn't. That's just too much. There's just a glass cannon. A Berserker's never won a fucking Grail War. Not that I know of. They're literally just there to scare people. Look at that. She's overkilling him with a spoon. That's how much of a bitch Berserkers are. Okay, now that was just so much there, Tiamat. Okay, no Hercules yet. God forbid. No one else has even got to do anything. If I'd known this, we would have kept watching the tier list. That's my fault. I didn't get very far last stream because I was pulling and leveling people up forever. Give me some stars. Okita can get 2 stars every turn. She's the only servant I know of with an ability like that. I could be wrong, but I like some default stars. That's cool. Alright. This should work. I think I added you back. I'll check. I'm tired too, but I'd like to finish the Singularity. So that way I can start on a brand new one next. And maybe I could sneak in another stream and we could roll for Jolter. I don't know. I don't know how much longer she's gonna be here with us. And like I said, I'm just assuming Otaku Daikun catches up on the plot next playthrough. I'm assuming we're in the woods looking for Jason's bitch ass. I'm assuming that's the plot. Mozart. How's him writing songs gonna help us? Dude, they gave us so many Claws of Chaos right now. I think I added you. Okay, is this the final section? Betting it all, section 13. Well, I am gonna slog through a few battles, so I'm gonna find a quick video to watch. Alright, watch some Crazy Yuri. We'll watch more of his video later. Back to my playlist here. Fate related. That's the Rome playlist. Well, I might not have gotten to everything on the Rome playlist. Well, yeah, one more section, so I might as well put up one of these. Alright. I watched... Watch that. Why you should level Caesar. Yeah, we'll go back to Hunter the Waifu Dragon.
Not even kidding though, I like Jinkei more than I like Uriel.
You're gonna see a huge drop in quality here for waifu tier list. Just because I argue that Yuri over there is like taking it seriously, like he's done the science. This right here is more about vibes.
Atlanta does get a B. I think Atlanta's definitely going to start going up a bit because I'm actually starting to remember more of her from Fate Apocrypha. So, and the fact that she went crazy just for Jack the Ripper, because Jack the Ripper turned out to be like a bunch of...
Okay, Based, I've said this on several streams. I hated that. I'm mad about the dead children, but they weren't real. They were just, you know, grail magic, ghost magic. Stop, Atlanta, stop.
Amalgamated children
That's
and stuff like that? Yeah, I am ranking the waifus, my dude. This is fake Grand Order. If I seen this shit, of course I was gonna do this stuff. I love freaking fake Grand Order. It's my series. Well, the Fate franchise as a whole is my series, so of course I'm doing this. But yeah, Atlanta went crazy just because of how those children write. And even though those children had to die, I feel for her. She went absolutely ballistic. She even darkened herself just to go for her. I'm not so sure about that. I don't know if they're probably definitely going to be.
Am I wrong? But I can't make up my mind on Fate Apocrypha. It's like, I like Vlad's storyline. There's several storylines I love. I love Mordred's story. I don't care about, like, the actual story. I was rewatching it. I haven't even rewatched the last 2 episodes or whatever, because if I remember, the fight scenes aren't that good. I don't know. Apocrypha just seems kind of not that good towards the end.
Be some D characters, but right now I'm not even sure.
Here
right
we
now.
go, Hercules,
Okay,
little bitch.
so now we have Elizabeth Bathory. This Elizabeth Bathory is waifu.
Okay, thank God, because he put Uriel at the bottom for being a bully. That's why we kicked her out of the team, because we don't allow bullies. But Elizabeth has been spared.
This Elizabeth Bathory is waifu. Dude, do I need to remind you of the pumpkin event? I mean the Halloween event. And I just love her. I really do.
You need reminded?
Like, seriously, she's definitely waifu material. Tamamo.
I think the homunculus stuff, I guess, because it doesn't get enough time in Fate Stay Night with Ilya, because the whole homunculus shit's all fucked up. No one likes that. But seems like there's just way better ways to tell that story, and we've already seen that, done that in all anime. So yeah, Sieg sucks. Joan deserved better than that.
I don't even need to go into detail for that. Now, here's one I'm not even... Like, I don't need to go into detail with that. There's Fate Extra, there's Fate Extelia Link, and there's Fate Extelia the Umbran Star. And I just love her character. She just...
This one's a real fan. He's played them all.
I just freaking love Tamamo. And she's also Amaterasu. Sorry, she's 2 waifus for the price of 1, of course. Okay, now we have Francis Drake Eldrick.
Oh, well,
now,
fuck Hercules. Get your other 11 lives
also
out.
Did this
Draco said it's not happening
and he
today.
Put her
Damn.
He put her at a very, very low rank. I, on the other hand, put her at S. Why?
Wow, level 5 for Ruler Artoria and no rank up or interlude quest. What a shame. Yes, but Siegfried did deserve better. That was, wow, you're cool, Saber. It would have been cool to see him, like, interact with others more. But no, just you know, get in the robot, Sieg. Don't put your mech anime logic in my fate. We don't need humans. Everybody knows that Digimon turned to garbage when Digimon Frontiers happened, and they could turn into Digimon. No one likes that. Don't put that in our fate, Natsu. He's been warned.
She's a drunken old maid who is absolutely sexy, big tits. She is a pirate. I love that little scar on her face. I love that for some reason. I don't know why. It just makes her look tough and sexy at the same time. And I would love.
Luna's
You know what? No. I drink
today,
a lot, so she's
need
definitely
Draco.
waifu material. EX
We're done
because
with the
me
beach.
and her
We're not allowed to
would
go to the
always
beach. They
get
took
drunk
us to a field.
and probably break my bed every single night. So definitely EX rank, just because. So yep, Francis Drake, EX of course, and of course the Orleans.
Did our girl, Francis Drake, did he just say that he'll be breaking her bed every night? Oh, he's a real gentleman.
No, not that. The C,
Here we go
the one
again,
after
Hercules,
Orleans,
bitch.
the C event. When she was a part of our team. Yep, definitely. Okay, the 2 other girls. I almost called them twins. Fuck, I forget their names. The other 2 pirate girls. They're going to be A rank. 2 in 1 pack. Yeah, 2 in 1 package. S rank. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you're right. 2. On their own, they're both.
I don't know about this one.
Oh wait. On their own, they're both. What do you want to say? On their both. They're both.
Yeah, of course. That was a silly mistake. A servant wouldn't have a bed. They don't own property. Or could they? Does Artoria gotta pay taxes like everyone else? Did she get a social security number when she, like, attached herself to Shiro? Or the familiars just come into our world and eat all of our food? That's really why they fight in that Grail War.
Either A rank or B rank, but together they're both easily S rank. So definitely, I just can't fucking recall their names. Why can't I ever remember these chicks'
I don't
names?
like these cards.
I'm about to look again. Of course, I'm about to check it out because
Ooh, that's better.
I always they're like the girls who I don't use that often, but I sometimes forget their fucking names, and that annoys the fuck out of me. So let me see. Go to the writer class, right?
Dead.
Oh, it's An
Hercules,
and Bonnie.
bye.
Yep. Oh, yep. An and Bonnie.
Where in the fuck is Jason? That's all I want. I just want him to show himself. Running through these woods, listening about waifus and who's gonna break whose bed. He did
Okay,
this.
now we have Medea as the lolly. Medea as the lolly. And yeah, you're right. It is An and Bonnie. Or Bonnie and An. So, as the lolly, she's super
Can't tell
cute.
if he's a fake fan or not. He played all the
I
games,
want to
but
put
can't
her
remember their names.
in the B rank. There's not that much going on for her as of I remember right now. Oh, whoops. The freaking music went off. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't even know.
What was that movie, We Must Kill John Tucker, whatever, about all the women that are gonna go kill their boyfriend, or the guy keeps cheating on him or whatever? This is just turned into Jason die, or Jason just go away. Okay, Atalanta, see, sometimes you don't have to read the plot, because you can just look at your guest servants, you're like, ah, they're cool with us. But like, because I didn't read the last Singularity or Lost Belt I did, and I'm pretty sure Canis was like my friend, and then he wasn't, and then he was again. That's how I tell what's going on.
I did that shit because I have FGO open right now, and that's serving as my background music. So yeah, and I was unlocking OSTs, so that's the reason why I was playing the OST bond. But anyways, getting back to Medea as a lolly, there's really not that much to say about her, but she's definitely super cute. So I would definitely put her at B. Now, you know what? Ugh.
I'm not even looking at my party no more. I'm
definitely
just
B.
assuming it's a
Okay.
banger party. Same party.
Here we go. Okita, EX. You said it, my dude. EX.
Okay, she's safe on
Okita
our team.
all.
Well, we got the
Dude,
swimsuit
EX,
version.
Okita.
She's
Do I
safe.
even need to say? Right. Hello, Titovinia. I am doing perfectly well, and as you guys can see, I'm doing fake.
So what life is
Yep,
this?
Okita
Number 14, dude?
and-
Stop. Just
What
die,
the-
Hercules. We just want to kill your friend.
Yeah, what's going on? Sorry,
It's
but,
not personal.
Like, seriously, every time I open FGO right now, it keeps dying on me. What the fuck? All right.
So it knows your
Okita-
opinions are bad.
Because of her event.
I'm kidding. His opinions are pretty good,
Okita
actually.
Daijori,
Better than
Okita
Yuri's.
Victory.
But
That
Semiramis
is
at the bottom.
adorable. I love that fucking catchphrase. Oh my god! Every time I hear that shit, I'm just. All right, I'll call you Tito. All right, man. Since you say that. Yep, I just love her. She gets EX, and of course, the mighty, the greatest of all time. Are you farming EX cards on Japan? Dora, I don't even have a Japan. I needed a Japan thing too, but. Like, seriously, as I was stating,
Shout out to all you crazy people who have a JP account. I guess I have 2 accounts now, but English ones. I'm already far behind. Like, I don't need further in the future.
grandest warrior of all time, one of my favorite servants, and I am so glad that she is female in this game because I just love her. I freaking absolutely adore her. I freaking absolutely adore her. So of course, she along with Akita gets Oda Nobunaga and Okita both get EX rank. Teacher, Scott Talk. Because of Fate
Scott Talk. That's how you pronounce it.
Because of Fate
Now I know.
Extilla Link. That's the reason she jumped. Because she was originally A, but then she jumped straight to S. Like instantly. Like as soon as Fate Extilla Link came in, she jumped straight to S rank. Okay, Santa.
I like her assassin version a lot. I actually, because she's the first welfare servant I ever got from like the first summer event ever, I think. They just give her away for free now. That's fine. 'Cause she's I don't know. I'm more used to her than the Lancer version. Okay, Hercules gotta be dead after this. Then we're gonna go punch Jason in the face.
Santa. Santa is going to be S rank. Yep, Santa's S rank. Jack the Ripper. She's adorable, but she has also cut me apart. And I also don't want to. I don't want to give her D because I can make a. Oh, actually, anybody who doesn't like Synthos, C for cunt for Synthos in Uriel, okay? But anyways, Jack the Ripper, he says I'm lazy playing Gobo, okay. Jack the Ripper B. Jack the Ripper B, okay?
I've turned around on Jack the Ripper. I didn't originally like it. I'm like, oh my god, you made one of the most biggest serial killers in the world a lolly with a thong. But one, I think she's cool when she actually has like that Grim Reaper outfit going on, and her being like, it's a huge subversion because just Jack the Ripper, he killed prostitutes, whatever, he could get away with it because he sucked. But the fact that she represents its hatreds towards women because she represents all the orphans and all the suffering in London, like that's really cool. That's really cool character design. Almost kind of makes me a bit bummed out that they're doing Jack the Ripper again in Fate Strange Fake, but they're doing a different thing there. So
what, EX for Frankenstein, son? Of course, EX for Frankenstein. Of course, instant waifu material. Mysterious Heroine X. I actually have her.
EX, put her in EX. She's my fave right now.
And because I have her, she's a S rank. I don't have her in the account that I'm doing when I plan on doing. I'm doing my live streams, but she is definitely. Oh yes, I do know about Brad Mente. Yeah, but anyways, as I was saying, Mysterious Heroine X, because I have her, she is S rank.
Okay, Hercules, I'm done with your shit.
Now we get to
dude.
Brynhilder. Brynhilder. Okay, Brynhilder as a sword in a series called Testament of Sister New
Almost
Devil
11
is literally my favorite fucking sword. But her in FGO is definitely waifu material. She will kill you though if you wipe her up too much. But I'm going to definitely put her at A. She deserves it. It's freaking Nero. I don't even need to say anything there. Nero Claudius. EX.
Completely different opinions than Yuri. I think Nero, if you're gonna put the saber faces up there, Nero deserves to be up there if you're grading on waifu, because as I said, her eyes are way more expressive than the rest. I mean, he put Alteria up here, and like a stick is better than her, so.
Saber.
Yeah, defense down. You're right.
Saber
Not yet.
Shiki. I don't have her in my account, but I'm definitely going to try to get her if they have the second event. I love Shiki. I still need to watch Cardinal for Kill Guy. It says FGO, I'm into MILFs. Reiko, yep, and Drake, definitely. Dude, Tito, I'm with you, my brother. But as I was saying, I don't have her yet, so unfortunately I'm gonna put her at S rank. But of course, the original EX rank waifu material.
Dude, I love it. I love the good up things because it always feels like they're purity testing the team, and Elizabeth Bathory's like, what? I thought I was good, I guess. Poor Elizabeth Bathory. Here, we'll let her attack.
Oh, here's your waifus. Alstaffel. I'm not going to judge.
I was trying to get a pop concert to go before we hit the down, but apparently that's not going to happen. We'll get over another quick.
Judge you do, because I'm Alstaffel. I should make a tier called memes. I should just do a tier called straight
Elizabeth.
memes. Hold on. Should we make a second tier just say memes? Alstaffel.
Well, we can't defense down now. See what happens? I didn't listen to you, and I still have not remembered to use a damn teapot yet. But we got 2 John d'Arcs here. What more do we want? And we gotta put on our concert finally. We've been waiting for this moment.
Oh god, EXXXX. I mean, no, not EX. EX plus 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 plus.
This is one of my favorite servants
you have
too.
a 100. No, I do not. I have him. I mean, I'm going to start playing him in Fate XL Link. I'm doing a live stream of that later on today, so I'm definitely going to be playing with him. Astolfo. He has a dick though, so that's dropping him points. Okay,
Damn.
so because he's a boy, do I want to put him on an A or S?
Why do you have to put a Stolfu on a waifu tier list then? Why is the Fate community purity testing everyone like this? You don't have to take a waifu you don't want. That doesn't make you problematic or nothing. That honestly makes you a fake waifu connoisseur, doesn't it? I don't know the ethics here. I'm just a speculator.
Because he's a boy, I'm gonna put him in A.
Hercules is gonna kill us.
Okay.
I can apply
Here we
Invincible.
go. Florence Nightingale. A. No, S, because she's a healer. And she gives the best hugs. And if you don't know where I'm getting that
he
she
won't
gives the
kill
best
us. We
hugs,
got this.
there's people
No, we
on
don't.
I
He's
mean
got
there's
guts.
a
Oh, no.
YouTube video where somebody's like where somebody's doing like the comics version of her, and the main character asks for a hug from her, so she gives the best hugs. And then there's also another one where she's basically in a swimsuit, and when the main
Hercules, you
character
were
says that
supposed
she
to
looks
attack
cute,
the
she gets
immune
embarrassed
one,
and
you
covers
see.
her face. That's adorable.
But
And
you
then
didn't.
there's her
You attacked
Halloween.
the adult.
Her Halloween CE.
Evade.
Bruh, do I even need to go into details for that? Super sexy. I haven't. When I max rank her, she might go up to EX rank, but for right now, she's S. Okay, here's our innocent slut. My favorite writer, of course, our queen. Of course, our queen. She's either an S rank or an EX rank. That's going to D for the dick, right? No, no.
I got 3 of her today in one roll, the summer version of her. I hope she's cool. Her design looks cool. I've never really known anything about the character.
Now
You're
you
gonna
know what?
guts-
I'm gonna put her
Ugh.
at A rank.
What is
okay.
this?
Ooh.
What am I to do here? 'Cause she's gonna attack him, overkill, then he uses guts, then we gotta do this again. What am I to do? Aggravating. Upsetting.
Ooh.
Guess this.
Yeah, show me your Japan units, Tito. Alright.
Y'all don't call
Yeah,
them units.
welcome
They're our
back,
friends. They're our servants.
MRW1401. Where are we going to... What's her name? I think she's
Queen Med. I should have heard how to pronounce it. Fucking pink-haired girl with the chariot.
a caster. If I remember correct. Helena? Yeah, Helena Blavardi, right? Blascavardi? Or is it Blavardi?
Oh, Helena's never done
let
it
me
for
see.
me.
Helena... I'm looking up her name.
I have the Archer version of her.
Bellavesi. I think she...
I need to actually go through, see what servants I have on that personal account, because I think I've almost got every summer servant. I don't know how, but it's true. All of them except Archer or Toria. And Lancer Kiyomi. Those are the only 2 at the top of my head I can think I do not have. And that's pretty good, I guess. Okay, Hercules, we get it. You're sad.
Isn't she Russian? Blascavardi? That instantly jumps her up. Why? Because I love Russians. And I also love that, and I also love their beer. So, she A or S? A.
I got Summer Frankenstein,
Nope,
and
no,
I
no.
don't think
S.
she. I think
S, that's
she's not that
because
good. Okay,
I fucking love her last name. It's
this is it. We're here. I'm ready. Jason, it's over. It's over, my dude. I'm sick of it. We're gonna hunt him down. With Merlin. I just like Merlin. He makes me happy. Okay. Gonna need a Chris. There we go. Gonna do this, actually. Time to punch Jason in the face. Pioneer the stars. It's just like, I paid for a Royal Cruise Line vacation, and this guy just had to be extra and ruin the day for the girls. After we already had a drunk problem, we had a baggage claim problem, and he just, done. Well, Phantom of the Opera, get out of here. I didn't like that musical quite much. I did a whole dude, I have a musical recommendation. I watched musicals last year. I should have this year. But, I remember Star Kid did those Harry Potter musicals. And those didn't really do anything for me. I wasn't that into it. But they did this one called Twisted that I guess everybody knew about except me. And it was amazing. I might go rewatch it for a third time. Alright. You got this, Nita Chris. I like her. Said, I mean, okay, so I'm summer servants. Anybody can have those. We need to collect all the servants with bunny ears. I've got 2 of them. I don't know how out of how many. We got Roller Artoria and Nita Chris. I guess we need the other Nita Chris's. Oh, we should save that for next turn. Berserker, you're becoming a problem. Burn you a little. I like Berserker Jolter over here. Boom! Look at that! Look at that! She's mine, too. She's not a support servant, and she's just really good naturally off the bat. Ooh, we probably got like a billion leaves since we're doing that whole thing. Okay, we're immune right now.
It's a war of there every day. You can't hide from me. You gotta pray for the roots, pretty cool, calling out in the face of this out street. When your friends and boss look come like on the face of it, they miss the history, but they fight all the place in it.
Merlin is actually the servant I need, though. Can't believe they don't give him to you. And the free 5-star. He's been here since the beginning, hasn't he? Rude. They never want me to have Merlin. It's okay, chill. Chill, Jolter. Alright, 1 down. Another node to go. Punch Jason in the face. Drake, I'm glad that I met you and we've had fun adventures. Punch him in the face, though. Unless Gilgamesh magically comes down. Doesn't that happen in London? Like, don't we, like, defeat the problem? We take care of the problem, and then just Salter Lancer comes from the sky and Tesla gets involved and no one asked them to, out of nowhere. I remember that. Oh! Miyamoto Musashi! Let's go! You know what? We haven't got to use Team Child Murder at all. Just so we don't forget. Where's my crappy level ones? Yeah, they don't even make my list. Dude, do we not have Asteros, actually? I don't remember if he's a 1 or 2. Whatever, we'll add him to Team Child Murder later. We got Team Child Murder. Oh! Time to get it. Time to get it. He shouldn't have played. Alright. Where to even begin with these fools? Of course he's a 1-star, because he's cool and you wish you could use him. I think he's cool. I'm sorry though, I should have leveled Caligula up a little. He's been neglected, but I have better berserkers now, I don't know what to tell him. But I mean, I gotta keep Team Child Murder always ready to go. Because they fight the crappy Shadow Servants we don't want to. Oh, Hector! We meet again. Have you met Miyamoto Musashi? Okay, when would an ace player the ideal time to do this? Because I don't think this helps the Noble Phantasm. This would probably just be for when she is a complete chain to herself. I mean, I might as well use it now because I can. That'll work right now. Boom! There, that's a big hunk. There, that's good. You have a habit of you picking the wrong moves. At least we can just get a good old buster right here. Ah! Yeah, bye. Why'd you even show up, Hector? Miyamoto Musashi's here to correct things. Caligula, you gave it the good college try for being level 35, and Gil's level 30, so I really gotta upgrade this here team. This is waste time because of Aid, but there we go. Oh, it didn't matter. Didn't matter, you tried, Q. Alright. Is it time to punch Jason? Teapot, teapot, teapot. Don't forget teapot. Almost time to end this. Who's the question mark? Oh, question mark is Jason, who's a saber, right? I'm assuming he's a saber, or is Jason never fight because he's a bitch? Who's question mark? I don't know, but I feel like We need Gilgamesh. We need the true king. The king of kings. I feel like he'll help us. Cause there's a bitch on the loose. And just cause he's evil sometimes doesn't mean he's cool with bitches running around. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, we need Medusa. This should work. You have ignore invincibility, it works to evade too. Okay. There's no, yeah, because there's no anti-evade attack. Nope, getting punched. Don't want to hear it. I don't care who question mark is. I brought the King of Kings. And his awful tribal tattoos that they gave him for some reason. I didn't approve of those. I didn't vote for those. Oh, you... That's not Jason. Did you do a kid on me? Ugh. Okay. Gilgamesh. We got sea stars. I don't like this demon god. He can get paralyzed. Alright. I keep remembering we can do this too. Yeah, so that is Jason, it's true. It's just, I wanted to punch him in his blonde little face. But Gilgamesh is very good at killing children with swords, you know. That's fine. And we'll get Medusa's NP up. Go for the QAB. Dude, we're gonna tear fucking creation apart to punch Jason in the face. That's how for real we are. Dude, did you see that damage? I saw hundreds. I'm sorry that you picked the wrong man. I'm sorry about that. It sucks, I know. But Gilgamesh is here, and he's a no-woman type of man, you know? That's not true. He probably gets with nobody because he thinks he's with everybody. Because he owns everything, right? I don't know. Gilgamesh is a complicated one. Let's just do it. Get some sea stars. There, she's getting her groove back. She just needs to get some crits. Oh, you gonna just steal MP? That's kind of rude, really. Okay, Medusa did her due anyway. Maybe he can crit him out of existence, yeah. Almost there. We'll survive it. Hey, I didn't use the teapot. Oh well. The only bond I need is friendship. We did it! It's over! Jason has been punched in the face by the King of Kings. It was witnessed here. And I'm level 39. I'm gonna trade that in for so many cobalt fruits. We have a lot of those banked for when an event decides to come. I believe the next event is only for people who are like caught up and past the 6th lost spell, I believe. So I will not be having fun with the event. Sad. I would make my own event if I had some ranked up in interludes, but nah. It's over! It's cleared! The ocean is a safe place for family vacations once more. Great job, Caldalia. See that? I bet it's a grail. I believe we'll be grailing. That's not a grail, that's a pure prism. Alright. Just David. Whatever. Okay, this is what we gotta look forward to. I really like Jekyll and Hyde. I wish he was in one of the animes. They could do something cool with him. We don't get too much with him in London, I believe, which makes me have hope that he's gonna be in, or maybe he's in one of the games. I don't know. Good night. I'm out of here too. Next time we back though, I'll go trade in these. I'll go trade in these fruits. Next time we are back. Well, I plan to be doing a different kind of stream. But we are going to roll, and hopefully we'll have enough time. I'll get back in time to roll on Jolter. Someone else cool will probably be on banner. Look, 8. So many. Alright. Good night.